on me. Sorry, man.
No, I wasn't waiting on anybody. It wasn't I waiting on anybody.
Cool.
Waiting for the right moment to start it. That was
Blast the
her.
live stream. What's good?
Oh, before you do, are you
Close your
live?
eyes,
Oh,
take
oh yeah, we're going live.
let
Sorry.
love
Hey,
begin. You
hey,
didn't
Boatman,
find us by chance.
Beautiful.
This
anything at
show, this vibe was calling you.
The
That
sun tea?
grow show, so the soul let it grow.
Love
You
it.
done know it's deeper than trees. This, that show where we plant beliefs. Miracle vibes in the words we sow. Every time you tune, your spirit grow. Potent speak with a healer's tongue. Words hit different, they old yet young. Coot man chant from a silver crown. Truth so deep, it calm you down. Now listen, your heart feel warm. That's the vibe of breaking norm. We talking plants, but it's more, you see. It's about what you hold spiritually. 11 sharp, your soul aligned. No mistake, it's perfect time. You tune in once, next week again. You're feeling peace, and you don't know when that seed inside your mind. Water it with truth and take your time. Let the green light shine from deep within. That grow show where the real begin. You're safe now. You're seen. You're growing.
Marijuana fixed the memory.
okay.
Welcome back to That Smoke Show. Go ahead, Jim. What do you have?
Uh, this
That
was
was
sent
me.
to me. This was in the Midwest outdoors, obviously. Those are 30 gallons.
All right, let me get those up. Very nice.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, there you go. Okay. So the three on the left are all mine,
Yeah.
different incarnations. Look at that one on the third one from the left. Look at how tall that thing is. That's a tie.
Nice.
And then the little
Wow.
short one there, that's a
Yeah.
Romulan.
Wow. What a difference, man.
Same
Yeah.
soil mix, different
Yeah.
genetics.
That's what
Yeah.
I got. That's what I got going right now. The same type of
Yeah.
thing. It's hilarious.
So
Wow.
Holy cow. That big one needs to cross with Canatai's uh
Buddha massive.
yeah,
well, I've
Buddha
sent
Thai
him
Massive.
I have some seeds that I think Potent has some of them. They were Kerala, India, crossed with a Thai, Highland
Nice.
Thai. And
It was like a kid in a candy store. Sorry, man. With a mixed
that
bag.
thing you talk about, oh, sorry, there you go.
No,
Yeah, isn't
no.
that cool?
It is cool.
Oh,
Sorry about that, man. For being a guy who's been without weed and had to smoke resin, you guys know. You guys know what
yeah,
it's like when you start getting into the weed. Yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
Coot. Didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize. Sorry, brother.
Oh, I don't
Go
grow
ahead.
anyway. I have friends that just for years past just give me stuff. So
Oh yeah.
I've already done. My first crop ever was 50 years ago,
Right on.
1975.
Wow.
So
Right on.
the word sensimilla hadn't even been coined yet. Wasn't even a thing.
Sure.
That wouldn't happen for till 77, 78.
So did you it was an outdoor crop first one you ever did?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even do indoor till 89, 88. I thought it was silly.
Well, I mean,
Not
yeah,
because
I
of the
get
process,
it.
but because how bad the weed was. I mean, you got to imagine what it was like in 1980. '88 when George Cervantes was the leading
Right.
expert. I mean, does that tell you something? You know, you're fucked if that's your situation.
Hmm.
Okay. He had his
Look,
little grow
I
store here
needed
in
to
Portland.
I need to bake all them bad germs out of the soil. It's the way it
Jesus
happens.
Christ.
Like,
Yeah.
like
But come
mycorrhizal loves
on,
that.
bro. Bro, that was
No,
crazy.
no, that's that. Yeah, well, I mean,
What a clown. What a fucking clown.
I agree.
that was a huge mistake, that one. But I mean, it was pretty good otherwise. He helped me grow
Here's
stuff.
this
Good thing I was
okay,
just
here's the
lazy.
story. If you look on a map and look over on Eastern Oregon, there's a town called Vail. Not like the one, not to be confused with Vail, Colorado, famous ski resort area. Okay. This is Vail, Oregon. It's out in the
Right.
fucking desert. It's in the middle of nowhere. And he came to the big city and he got a job working at a nursery because you need people with strong backs. This isn't,
Right.
the best and the brightest from your high school that goes to work for a nursery. So he observed things. And then the weed thing was just getting going. And I have a copy of his first book. It was printed on a dot matrix printer stapled together. Okay. I've never read so much horse shit in my life. Baking your
Oh.
soil to kill the germs was just the lead off. Okay. That was just the opening salvo.
They just couldn't say that. That's pretty serious.
And he went out
And
and
they,
Gorilla Grow planted one fucking plant way out in the desert. There was no way that could survive there. And like he was obviously never back to it again because and there was no way you're bringing water, trucking water in that far too.
Oh no.
Like
I bought my first lights from him. They came out of Holland, and he was the only distributor. And they're still in business. In fact, they're the main lighting company for greenhouses around the world. Forget cannabis; they do all kinds of stupid shit. This is like real stuff,
'Right.
15 acres of tomatoes growing under glass, Western Canada. That's stuff there, the hothouse, what they call a hothouse. Anyway, so yeah, I bought them from him, and what a scumbag! Just what a fucking loser.
Right.
So yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I had the same experience with different people, not like him, but
they're all the
people that you
same.
trusted, they're all the same. Yep.
They're all the same.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, when all the not greenhouses, when all the grow stores got taken down that famous day, Operation Green Merchant, he disappeared for 7 years. Statute of limitations. I don't know about your laws in Canada, but in the United States, unless it's
yeah,
a
same
capital
here.
crime like murder,
Yep.
uh, but if it's another crime and there wasn't a gun, blah blah blah, you know, they won't. You can't be prosecuted. On
Yeah.
the other hand, in our system, if they want you, they're going to get you. I mean, it's
Exactly.
just you know,
Yes.
it might be an unfortunate accident. It could be a road rage. All of a sudden, you get two enforcers are breaking your legs and that kind of shit.
Right.
We yeah, you guys we had a guy that came to Antigua from you guys. He had committed a Ponzi scheme in the United States, but he came and
Yeah,
he invested so much money in Antigua that
Right.
like they were like, no, we're gonna protect him, right? Because he had like boosted the economy, he had
yeah,
built all
sure.
these buildings, he had done all this amazing stuff for the country, right?
Right.
And
Well,
they so the Americans, what they did was they knew he was jumping from one island to another that didn't have any extradition treaty. So what you guys did was you guys came in, you guys kidnapped his pilot, put your guys' pilot on them, took off, and instead of landing in Antigua, y'all landed him in Puerto Rico and arrested his ass.
yeah. Oh
Beautiful.
yeah, yeah. See,
Wow.
here's the thing about being in a black market type thing. it's important to figure out where the line is, not the legal line, the
Right.
line that they're going to get you or they're just going to tolerate you. Because if you're at a certain
Exactly. Yeah.
level, the worst they're just going to grab you, they're going to scare you. We're going to take your house. We're going to take your firstborn. Your testicles will go into
Remission.
private.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Really, the
that kind of
number was
shit.
used to be 99, wasn't it? Was it not? Like down there
Yeah,
in the States,
pounds.
99 was yeah.
Cocaine, 99 pounds. You could walk.
Jeepers.
It just except unless they wanted you. Maybe on another case they couldn't grab you. But hey, if you had a pound on you and they tried before and didn't get you, they'll maximize you out on a pound. Hey, 10 years is 10 years in their view.
Right.
So
Well, it's a good thing I don't have testicles to worry about. Cheers.
Right, Sunleaf? Or Sunleaf? Sun tea. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my
I didn't know
ADD.
if on here if it comes up as Senti or if it comes up as pie, but hello.
Hello. You know me. How are you?
Pardon?
We've been on lives before, you and me. That's green
We
gas.
have?
Yeah. This is me, green gas.
Oh, what's up, bud?
Hey,
Sorry,
how
I
you
don't mean to
doing?
say it like that, but how you doing?
Girl, how are you? That's funny.
I'm doing
But
good.
see how
I had a
memorable
neighbor
it is,
today,
Jim?
so that was
You see,
fun.
we were talking about food, remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. For you, buddy. Love
No,
it.
I remember us talking about food because I remember you being the friend who had pho. Yeah. See, I remember when I've been hurt, especially on my own live stream when I was the host. That hurt right here. I remember it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm making a roasted garlic and herbs cornbread currently.
Delicious. Can I come
Thanks.
by when I got the
oh,
munchies? I want to eat.
If you got a bowl of pho to trade, it ain't free. Hold up.
So not cool. I want cornbread so bad now.
Now I do too. With
You got the
chili,
munchies now?
jalapeno. Yes. What do you guys think about jalapenos, jalapeno cornbread and chili? That's what I like. Pour it right over the cornbread. Right in the
Right.
bowl.
That's enough delicious talk.
That's enough of that green gas.
I got to show.
What happened?
Jim's showing us some more pics of his beautiful
Oh
plants.
man, Jim's bread's always so good.
Right?
I just get jealous. That's beautiful. That looks like something you go to a bakery to get.
Hell yeah. Beautiful. What is that,
Sourdough.
Jim? Is that rye? Sourdough? Oh, sourdough.
Has rye in it because rye. If you add rye to your okay, these kind of breads you do it in like 2 or 3 stages.
Oh,
And the
wow.
first stage is you take equal amounts by weight water and flour, and you make a paste, and then you put in your inoculant, either commercial yeast or sourdough.
Right on.
Okay, so in that initial inoculant, it's called a pouliche. It was named to honor the Polish bakers that taught the French bakers how to do it back in the 1700s and shit like that.
Nice.
If you replace some of that fresh milled wheat flour with rye, because it has a higher fungal colony profile, and that's what yeast is a single-celled fungi.
Oh,
You'll
nice.
enhance the performance of the sourdough so that you get a bigger oven spring when you go to bake the breads.
Beautiful. So it's fluffier. Nice.
Well, yeah, those holes in bread, like when you
Yeah.
slice. Okay, that's CO2.
Nice.
Fungi. Okay, plants take in air and they use oxygen and expel. Excuse me, use the CO2 and expel the oxygen, right?
Right.
And mammals like us, we take in air and we use the oxygen and then we expel CO2. Well,
Sure.
so does fungi. Fungi is closer to
Oh,
a human than they are. They're not a plant.
that's interesting. Super interesting.
So all those holes are carbon dioxide created
Okay.
by the yeast, the fungi. So
The fungi, yeah, because they're giving off carbon dioxide because they're eating it.
right, so, like just that's what
Nice.
beer, the beer that's
Beer.
bubbles
That's
that
why
are
you
in
got bubbles
beer.
in the beer. Sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool, Jim. Thank you. That's so cool. I'm a nerd like that. I love that shit. That's why I'm in the weed game, I think. Believe it or not, dude, if I didn't smoke it, I would grow it. Just because I fucking love the whole thing. You know what I mean? Just weird. But,
I used to
you
feel
know.
like that. Then I got sober.
Yeah. You got
No,
sober.
I'm just making a joke. I'm sorry,
Oh
maybe a
no, that's
bad
funny
joke.
as hell, bro. That's hilarious. No, no, but I'm just saying that like I quit smoking weed for 29 years because of sobriety or whatever, and I'll never go back, you know. But what I'm saying is I love growing so much that I would do it just to grow. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I love growing plants. I just
Yeah.
the idea of doing a garden and then we'll harvest it and then we'll sell it and stuff. Fuck.
Nah, nah.
No.
I just
Give me a
no.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm
I
done.
hear you. I hear you. No, I. This is for. Well, now I'm making seeds. My buddy and I are making seeds now. So we got an old strain called Jenny Kush from Rare Dankness. You guys ever heard of Jenny Kush? Beautiful plant. Beautiful. So we just got a female. We got pollen. We got a ton of pollen from some killer males this earlier this summer, and so he's been hitting that to the, he's been hitting the Jenny Kush to some other plants. So we're gonna have some killer stuff coming. If you guys haven't had Jenny Kush, uh it's a haze. I want to say it's a no, it's just a the basic haze. What's the basic haze? Well, it's Neville's haze. Is it Neville's haze? I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
Neville got it from Sam the Skunk Man,
Yeah, if you look up Jenny
who's
Kush, Jenny Kush
he
though is just
claims
it's a haze. Yeah,
who
The Ace
before he
cross
did.
with a Kush? Is
haze
that?
crossed. Yes.
No, no, I'm saying the Neville Hayes.
Yeah.
He bought that from Sam the Skunk Man,
Oh,
and
okay.
in the original catalog, he claims that it had a Santa Marta Gold Colombian. There was Acapulco Gold, which is bullshit.
Okay.
It had Thai.
I
I
believe
think
that.
a Ceylon, now called Sri Lanka. The surfers brought that in. They were the ones that introduced back in the '60s when they were. It's a long story,
Wow.
but anyway, um,
Wow. That haze took a long time to develop, man. He must have grown that over a period of years,
well,
or a bunch of different plants that were
you
already
got to
mixed.
add no, you got to add another factor in there, and I don't know if it's myth or not. He would have had reasons to make it a myth if it wasn't true. But anyway, the Kush brothers, which some people claim, I don't, but some people claim that Robert Clark, the famous cannabis book, uh,
Yeah. Yep. How to botany, marijuana botany.
right? Okay, that he was one of the Hayes brothers.
Oh, really?
I don't know that to be a fact, but I've heard that
Gotcha.
for the better part of 30 something years. So
Wow.
I believe half of what I see and none of what I hear. So
Right. Well,
yeah.
we got ghost train
When-
haze growing too, so that's cool. Yeah. We got crosses of ghost train haze too, man. You guys ever heard of a strain called Midnight Snow Cross to Silver Onyx? I
I
got
haven't heard
F2s. Pardon?
I haven't heard of either one by itself, much less a cross.
Yeah, it's fire. If you look it up, Jim, I can't because I'm on the phone here, but if you look it up, it's if you just type Midnight Snow times Silver Onyx, you'll find it. It's beautiful. It's old school strain. Like
Is it one of the
uh,
British Columbia?
It might be.
That's
Might.
that sounds like name would have come out of British Columbia.
It is the most beautiful plant he's ever seen. The guy that you saw that big bag of weed I just pulled out, he's been growing
Yeah.
16 years. He said this is the most beautiful bag of peel plant, purple, one of the best plants he's growing it right now too. But one of the best plants he's ever grown. Most beautiful because it's just the midnight snow silver onyx. I don't know why I've never seen them, but I read up on it. It's I can send it to you later because I have it saved, but it's right on the internet. If you look it up, it'll come right up. Appalachia. It's not Appalachia. It's something else. Who the breeders are? They're like one-hit wonders. But they grew the silver onyx, I think. But pretty fire.
Okay, here's it.
But I got 5 F2s growing right now, and they have a purple pheno and a green one. We're looking for the purple one. It's the most purple plant I've ever seen so far. Even over black dominant, it makes that look like it's not black. Not maybe the original, but the new stuff.
I've always wondered if those came from Vietnam.
I bet they did. The black dominant?
The black, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Or
reason for saying that.
do you? Okay, cool.
Here's that Indian Thai cross that I did.
Nice. Oh yeah, the one in the small one.
No, the
middle?
one I just put in chat. Why can't I open chat? There it
Oh,
is. That anyway.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
The the Kerala is obviously Indian, so it's sativa
Sure.
straight up.
Nice. Oh yeah. Nice looking plants, man.
That was to make more seeds.
Okay. Right on.
I was down to like 20 seeds, and I planted them all in a large container and let it rip just to do an open pollination.
Right. Right on.
See, not being a real breeder, I don't have any protocols to follow.
I don't know. You were able. You have a cut that has lasted what 47 years, I believe. 47
41,
years.
yeah.
Is it 41?
Yeah.
I thought you said
84,
that-
yeah.
Oh, it's 84. Okay.
The
one I
seeds are
put-
older. The seeds were older than that. Yeah, because Thai sticks came in the Christmas of 77. I remember it well. Strongest weed anybody had ever smoked. It was just like fuck.
Right.
It's like first time you ever did mushrooms or something. It was that like radical. And the Kandahar seeds had come in earlier than that with some loads of hash. It wasn't uncommon when you were dealing with a lot of hash and you're cutting up the bricks into street units.
Right.
You get a seed every once in a while. So, and to me, it wasn't a big deal because I didn't like hash. It just in your lungs after a few months, just destroyed. So
Right.
it wasn't a big deal for me, but that was the standard thing is you took because you wanted canopy control. So all the weed you guys talk about today, about the good old days, every fucking one of them was a goddamn sativa. Every fucking one of them.
Sure it was.
Colombian was a sativa. Thai was a sativa. Panama Red was a sativa. I mean, Acapulco Gold was a sativa. Colombian was a sativa. I mean, if you ever grew a true Afghani plant, you wouldn't like it. I promise you. It was disgusting. Because it was bred for hash, not flowers.
Agreed. And if you get some Afghani landrace stuff, a lot of times it will be like that. It's great
Ratty.
for fucking.
Pretty ratty.
Yeah. It just
It
doesn't make good
is.
smoke. It hasn't been bred for rolling and smoking dubers.
spread for trichome harvest. That's it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep. Yep. No, I hear you. It's funny because when I grow those plants, then nowadays you try to grow them in a tent, right? A hash plant, and you're like, look at this shitty yield. And then you smoke it and you go, wow, that's some great fucking smoke. I wish I had a lot more of that. Well, yeah, it's not. Now, some of it, I mean, like I just smoked the last of my hash plant 4 from Bodie, and that was Chem 4 crossed ADHE 13. That was
Mhm.
pretty fire, but the yield
That was
sucked.
okay. G13 was one of the BCGA strains.
Right on. I smoke
Vancouver.
a yep. I smoke a ton of them. They're in like Sister Nice, right? They're in a ton of this weed I smoke, bro. ADHE 13 is probably my favorite strain. You know,
Does
I
it
love a
name
lot of
Chimera?
some cool stuff. Sorry,
Yeah, something happened to him.
Sub.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
I
when it
heard
went legal here, it went legal in 15, and then 16 was when everybody had their license and were ready to go, right?
right.
I mean, I didn't. I stood by and watched the parade.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing
Fortunately,
right now. That's what I'm doing now in my state, watching the parade go by.
so there was a guy here in
Waste so
Oregon,
many. Yep,
Portland,
yep.
that a self-appointed expert. He
Oh
organized a
yeah.
thing called the Cultivation Classic. All right,
Uh-huh.
and they sampled, I forget how many hundreds of samples, and then they had the top 10 at the show, and then yeah, that works. It was like a cup, and
Right. Yep.
okay, so this shows you how out of it I am. This is just in 2016.
Okay.
I'd never heard of Subcool. I heard of Space Queen because I knew it from Vic High
Right
up
on.
at BCGA. He's
Yeah.
also the one that heavily promoted Romulan.
Okay.
Um,
A bunch of
he was
strains,
one of
and
the
never
players on the
never tried to
Shistaberry.
never
What's
tried to
that?
make money off of them either. He was
Right,
You just
he was
growing them
about
for
right.
grow weed.
preservation. He was about just getting them to medical people that needed them.
Neat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there was a really tight relationship with Portland and Seattle because they had a lot of smokers,
Right.
and British Columbia had much looser laws. You could go up there and spend the weekend, buy some seeds, take the train back, that kind of thing. So that's where we got
Right.
our seeds. I was going to send $20 to some guy in Holland. I ended up doing that, and I got fucked on some Hayes Northern Lights, the only seeds I ever bought in my life. It taught me a lesson, man. Don't buy the hype.
Don't
Okay,
buy the hype.
don't. Yeah, I mean to say I was disappointed would be an under. And in today's money, okay, it was $200 then
Damn.
for 10 seeds, and in today's money that would be $900. $900
Jeez.
for 10 fucking seeds.
Wow.
Of
What a
course, we
hit.
ended up buying 10 packs of them.
Jesus.
Just
Right.
oh yeah, what a joke.
That's a bummer. That's a huge bummer, man. Right.
Let's say it's the weeds business, man. Fuck,
It
can't
is the
expect
fucking
anybody to
weed
tell you
business.
that.
The truth. Green gas, you silly optimist. You can't expect these guys to tell you the truth in the weed business. What
Well, when
happened,
it
Jim?
would,
Has it always been that way? And I'm
yeah,
just
of
illusion. Okay,
course, of
sure,
course.
sure. It's a criminal
This isn't
game, Dave.
This isn't
Criminal
Woodstock.
game.
It's
Yeah.
it's black market. Hey, look who you're buying it from. In the early days, you were buying it from drug dealers. They hadn't discovered the potential of cocaine yet.
Right.
Bringing in tonnage. Everything was on a front.
Right.
Everything. Nobody had
Nobody did
money.
shit. Nobody
You
did
got it
that.
on a front. You fronted it out. They fronted it out. That on and on and on.
It was
And then
fronted down the
the
line.
money
When they
came
got
back.
paid, they got paid. Yeah.
Everybody got paid. But on the other hand, pounds were only. I mean, a street price for the kind of person that was selling ounces, or I don't know, sure they even weighed them. Okay, but a lid or whatever they call it.
Right.
That was $500 for a pound. So if you sold, and they were $50 an ounce. So if you sold 10 of them,
Right?
you got your money back, and you made $300 when a Teamster didn't make $300 a week.
And
I mean, it's like
you
a
bought
free
all the smoke.
paycheck.
You bought all, and you smoked your head off.
Exactly.
Yep.
It was a really good system.
Yeah, bro. Yep. It
But
used to
then
be good.
cocaine came around, and then
Ah,
people got wigged out on coke. Oh, I know. We'll what do you call it? Freebase? I don't know. Whatever. I never got
right.
into coke, but all I could
Nah,
see was that it was a good way to lose your house, your family, your car, your
exactly.
job,
I never got
your
into it
health.
either. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't take it. Gross. Yeah, man.
But then the domestic started in early '80s. You started seeing
Sure.
stuff out of Southern Oregon, Northern Cal, Humboldt, blah blah, all that.
The
Sure. You
only
And
start seeing strains. Strains,
the
you
only
mean?
time the only
Go
time
ahead.
you should do cocaine is if you're a rock and roll clown.
yeah,
True. That's true. Although the biggest rock and roll clown that had more energy than everybody I've ever seen never did any drugs. That was Angus Young. He's something. Anyway, I digress. You were saying, Jim. Sorry.
no, I was I forget which one. There was Bolivian rock and Peruvian flake, or the other way around. Peruvian
Oh,
rock and Bolivian flake. I don't remember which one was which.
right?
Nor do I care. But uh, everybody got wigged out on that deal.
Yeah.
That went on till like shit. What, another 25 years? I
Wow.
guess is it still a big deal? I'm asking. I mean,
I think so.
oh
Coming
geez.
back again, unfortunately, it's resurging. The last I checked, people are still messing with it. A lot of younger people are messing with it. 30
Still haven't
something.
learned, huh?
Yep. Yep. I think Sun T's age of
I
folks.
guess watching grandma and your parents die wasn't enough. So
Right. Yeah, I
listen,
know.
I'll give it a spin and see how I do with it.
You know
Okay.
how it goes, man. Every generation has to fuck up somehow, and that's one of them where they, in my opinion, where they're fucking with cocaine and things they shouldn't fuck with. I mean, they know better, but you know
Well,
what?
what's
That
funny about cocaine
dare,
is that
dare, you know?
it's had about 5 or 6 runs starting in the
Yeah,
1800s. In the
sure it
1880s
did.
with Freud. He was
Yeah,
a
it did.
big advocate of cocaine.
Yes, he was.
Then it came back in the teens, right? World War
Yep,
One era.
yep.
Um,
In the twenties
Came
too,
back
the
right
Roaring
after World
Twenties.
War II, into the
Yep,
50s. And
yep.
then the hippies discovered cheap weed from Mexico, and that started in the mid '60s. Started
Okay.
kilos coming in. You could buy a kilo of shit weed. I'm not saying it's good, but it was weed. I mean, it didn't
It's
matter.
so weird. Yeah, you didn't have
Forty
any.
dollars. $40 for 2.2 pounds of weed.
That's a lot. It's a lot of
I
weed.
mean, for 40 fucking dollars, and it
Could you
came. Yeah, it
imagine the
was wrapped
seeds,
in
man? What would you do for
huh?
those seeds right now? What would you do for those seeds right now? I said, yeah, I'd be
Give them
taking
to
them
somebody who didn't know any better.
because they were trash. Yeah,
Well, yeah, it was just stuff grown in the desert, and they just cut it off at the base and then put it into a big a
fail.
wood press, and pour Coke syrup over it, and the Coke syrup would hold its shape as you pressed it into something that you could ship. Put it in the and ship truckloads of it.
Jesus.
This wasn't very sophisticated, man. I'm telling you. It was more
Right.
the excitement that you got a kilo. I mean,
You
because
got a
all of a sudden you
kilo
had
of
this
weed,
big,
bro.
this big pile of weed. You start
Like I
busting it
had.
up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
open the bag up and the seeds
Yeah,
just start rolling out.
Oh yeah.
you
I
bet.
think everybody remembers their first pound, man. Getting your first turkey bag and fucking.
Yep.
Oh, I'll never
Yeah.
forget that. He's like
Yep.
on it like a pillow for like an hour. I was so
Yep.
happy.
Right.
And I don't know who did it, but somebody in '69, I had I didn't get a full pack. I knew somebody who got a full pack. They were like cigarettes, flip top box. And It even had the same markings of Marlboro box, except instead of red, it had green. It was Park Lanes. And I remember that four of us took 3 different sessions to smoke one of these cigarettes or joint, whatever you want to call it. And the stuff was like nothing we'd ever experienced. And wouldn't experience again for another 8 years until 77 when the Thai sticks came around.
Oh
So
damn!
this had to be some kind of, I don't know, because it was real
Kind of
professional.
wonderful.
Yeah, Park Lanes was the name. I gotta work on Chat GPT and see if they can come up with something.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the CIA deal out of Southeast Asia, because it was just some Vietnam guys that had. It wasn't on the street.
Right.
I was only 18, man. I thought I'd found Nirvana. Wow, is pot like this?
Right.
God damn. Yeah.
Look at that shit. Wow. Yeah, man. Well,
I want to.
man,
I
when
want to
I bought
check.
half ounce, that was a lot of weed when I was a kid. But you know,
Hey, hon, could you do Chat GPT and ask about a cannabis product called Park Lane cigarettes in 1969? Two words. And my wife's going to check AI and see what we can find on it.
Park Lane cigarettes. Huh? Funny.
Park Lane, like going to a
Yeah.
park.
Yep. Park Lane. Yep.
Even had the cellophane on the pack of cigarettes. You know, like when you take the cellophane off, and then you can do the flip top. There's only a few cigarettes that have hard cases.
Nice.
Yeah, but I mean, it was real professional. It wasn't like thrown together. This wasn't somebody's garage or something.
Park Lane. You got it there in the middle.
Yeah, that wasn't it, but oh, I see why it was a Vietnam cigarette. That's where the name came from. Yeah, here it is. I got it on chat.
Okay.
During the Vietnam War, here it is. Park Lane pre-rolled cannabis cigarette
Nice.
from Saigon. Park Lane was one. Craven A, Salem, Winston. They borrowed American cigarette brand names. Interesting.
It is. You'd be in trouble these days.
I knew I didn't make. God, my memory's good. That's 56
That's pretty
years
damn
ago.
good, Jim.
Jesus.
That's almost as old as me. I'm 57 going on 58. So.
Wow. All right, I've been redeemed again. My history's intact. My memory's intact, such as it is.
Pretty good.
Not everybody good,
It-
man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was the next really, I would say, this was before the Thai sticks by about 6 months. So it would have been, 77. And I got some Jamaican.
Nice,
About the
bro.
time, some lamb spread. And
Yeah.
that was frighteningly good.
The lamb's
That was
bread?
like really religious stuff, really
Spiritual.
on another level.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you find that?
Well,
Does anybody have it
first
anymore?
you gotta know a Rastafarian that doesn't mind breaking the rules.
Oh, they
Clot.
Yeah.
No,
Because it's
lamb's bread. Not offered.
Speaking
Okay,
of
you
which,
can do this on your
right.
own. You can look up High Times Magazine, Bob Marley, and he was on one of the earliest editions of High Times. And there was a picture of him on the front. He's holding this pound loose in two hands, like,
I
palm of his
I
hands.
remember the exact cover. I totally
And it
remember that
says,
one.
Bob Marley smokes the best.
Here
Bob
it is.
Marley smokes with God. And in the write-up, the article,
Yeah.
Bob Marley claims that he smoked a pound a week, so that's over 2 ounces a day.
Jesus.
What, 2.5 ounces a day
Oh,
of
lamb's
lamb's
bread.
bread?
Damn, bro.
I don't know how he ever made a tour out of the studio.
Dude,
I'm
right? If he was
curious.
smoking that much, man.
Yeah,
Fuck.
there it is. There it is. But look how bad the weed by today's standards. You couldn't give weed away like that looked like that. But that's the way good weed looked. I mean,
It's true.
Yep.
island weed, man. You seen that? Had to see that in Antigua.
But it was
Absolutely.
trimmed. It looked trimmed.
It does. It does.
It looks like trim.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, look,
you didn't throw anything away, man. Fuck. Not because
true.
that stuff was so rare to get quality like that. Wasn't
You smoked all of
anybody
it.
that tells you that they had good weed all through the 70s is lying through their fucking teeth. I'm telling you right now.
Dude, I know
Okay.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I know that because when I was a kid, they were like second parents to me. They were the fucking dealers in town. And they had pounds on fucking serving trays, right? You know, like waiters,
Yep.
square waiters, rectangle waiting trays underneath their fucking couch. They'd have 2 or 3 pounds at any given time of whatever they had just gotten. They'd have Colombian, right? They'd have the brick weed. They'd be breaking that shit there, all that shit. And dude, they had some pretty nasty shit. And I remember them coughing, right, Jim? They'd have seeds galore. They'd be fucking smoking seeds. They'd be like every time they lit a joint, it'd be popping everywhere. Oh yeah, because they weren't used to it back then.
There you go.
That's Thai
That's
stick, man.
that's what a good Thai stick looked like. Exactly that.
Yep,
Bamboo stick, hand cut with precision.
yep. That's what that
When you
means.
got they came in 10-kilo packs. So you had 20 pounds of sticks
Jesus. Yeah.
and then 2 pounds of untied tie, which of course had to be named eventually Buddha buds. I mean, you had to add some little bit of mysticism there. I doubt Buddha had anything to do with
They were just
some
called
shitty
Buddha
Thai
buds
sticks out of
out
Laos.
in Thailand. Yeah, they just were doing that for effect. Buddha, right?
It's
A good
yeah,
Hype,
trademark.
bro.
that's
Hype, hype.
hey, look, you got to look at your market. Who's your demographic? People that want to be hippies and cool and in touch
Buddha,
with the
bro.
universe. So of course
Yeah,
you're not gonna name it. You're not gonna name it the Crips
yeah,
Buds or
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. You gonna call it,
Nah, bro, I ain't trying to feel that vibe.
yeah,
dude?
right.
Let's call it granola and Harry Pitts, bro. Let's go.
Honest
No,
to
I
God,
know. Yeah,
let's say I've always been a heavy smoker, so even in those days, yeah, at least a couple ounces a week. Yeah, I can promise you that. Let's say you smoked a half a pound a month.
yep.
Okay, 4 weeks. If one of those ounces was like off the chart, you did really well that month. And most
Nice.
months
They
you
weren't
were
that
lucky
good.
if you got a half an ounce.
That was good.
The good stuff is even today. If you want good stuff, you better know somebody that's growing.
That's what I got. Yeah,
There you go. You're
yeah.
not going to
Well,
find it in a dispensary.
and I grow it too. So
Yeah, but you're not going to find it in a dispensary.
no, fuck
There's
no. You
there's
couldn't
a thousand
buy it.
dispensaries. There's
never buy
only
this in
4
a
million people in this state, and there's 1,000 dispensaries. I mean, like, are you fucking kidding me? We even
Right.
have some that are drive-through now. You don't even have to get your fat ass out of the car. It's like you get a bag of tacos, you know?
Right.
That's
Came
American
for
as
the
fuck.
came for the 2 for Tuesday, 1 zip for 2 price or 2 for 1 or
Exactly. And
right.
get this, I get my numbers from the Oregon Cannabis Commission.
Right.
74% of all the cannabis sold in dispensaries, 1,000 dispensaries, 1,000
Yep.
is pre-rolls.
My God,
74%.
dude, people are can't roll the joint anymore, bro.
No, it's way too hard to roll a joint, man.
Well, the other thing is,
Bro,
we're
they have
like
cards.
many states,
And now I'm gonna
adults
roll
can
a
grow their
fucking
own
fat
weed.
one now. You said that, damn it.
You see, the other issue here is that we have legal cultivation. Anybody can grow as long as they're whatever it is, 18 or 21, whatever it is. So you're only getting recreational customers in those dispensaries on their way to go nightclub, and they'll stop and get a get some lime pre-rolls. Oh, and get that the Mystic Night. That's a really good one. And Spittles. We need some Spittles. What's the other one? Oh yeah. Oh, gelato. No, I want Spumoni. Anyway,
There you go, man.
lemon
Fucking old
cherry
school.
gelato.
Let's go. Old school. Let's go. None of these little wimpy papers.
do I still have that
Zigzag.
picture?
Huh?
All right. Here you go.
Zigzag, baby.
No.
Speaking of
Here's
roasted,
what
anyone else is going to be at Reggae on the River in Humboldt or Humboldt Mendocino line this weekend? Let me know. I'll be there with goodies. Come see me.
Sounds
Nice.
good, bro.
Sounds like fun.
Right?
Okay, here you go. We smoked these because they didn't have glue and they were French.
Nice.
So that even added to the wow, that sounds really groovy. And they're still made. And they're made from rice. That was the other thing that was great about them. They're made from rice.
Okay. Cool, man.
Okay. All right. Wes can put it up. You can see if there's other rice papers. Some of them have rice and flax. They burn more equal than hemp or straw, whatever.
What does
Because
right?
Zigzag had those yellow ones. Those were wheat straw. Oof, tough. These are called clubs, and they've been around since 1909 or something like that.
Well, these are nice, huh? I have to check them out.
Yeah.
I just need a picture.
The club is the name of the. You can see it in red, sort of up in the
Yeah, I
top
see it in the
left.
corner there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
cool.
that's Days of Future Past.
What the hell does that say on his on that paper there, Evil?
The paper, cigarette papers.
It's pure,
Yes.
without glycerin, 10
Without
gram by
glue.
square meter.
10 gram by square meter, huh? Square meter? What? Really? Oh, 10 grams per meter. Oh,
Yeah, they were very, very thin, very delicate. That's say when you did
That
get
would
good
be really
weed, like
thin.
say Thai sticks, that was what because you didn't want the flavor of the paper. We were so
messing
cool,
up
interfering with the flavor of the
the weed.
whatever the good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen that problem in all the joints I've smoked, but yeah, I got you. I mean, I think that would have been
Hey,
something
Oh
cool
yeah,
to say,
when
right?
somebody shows up with like green zigzags, come on
Yeah.
now. You're
What's the
What?
green zigzag? I've never seen the green
I've
zigzag.
never seen them.
that's the waterproof one.
Oh,
So
Oh
like
shit.
I
Hey,
used to know
Gigi.
I used to know surveyors from BC, and they would show up with those because it would be raining out there all the time. So they'd always
They
have
Yeah.
those
needed
because
the
they
waterproof
wouldn't go bad
joints.
in their
Yeah.
pockets. Yeah.
We were nothing if not pretentious. So it's, be aware of that. Like, oh, yeah.
You guys were really cool.
Yeah, because we had funny money. A lot of it is
Right.
we kept the good shit. We didn't sell the good shit. You
Well,
sold
yeah,
them Colombian. Yeah, you got a half a pound of Hawaiian among 8 people.
you're not selling
Get the
that.
idea,
Right.
it wasn't going any further.
Right. It was like a zip for all of you and then some. Zip and a quarter,
Yeah,
whatever.
we
Yeah.
weren't trying to reinvent the market. We had a market. They were like working class beer drinkers.
Yeah, bro. They'd be happy with the Mexican.
Of course.
Yep, and they'd pay a lot of money for it. Fuck it.
Hey, here's my definition of a connoisseur of cannabis. A
Yeah,
person that's always looking for a bowl that's better than the last one they had.
that's me.
Fair enough.
Yep. I mean,
But some
if you
people,
define
some
it that way,
people aren't.
that's
Some
me.
people just want to. I always love this. I've heard it more than once. Well,
Sure.
I don't like weed that strong. I just want to get a little bit high.
Yeah.
Then why bother?
It's like when they let the ice melt in their scotch. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you, man?
I'm a true
Oh
stoner. I've always, you show me
yeah.
something better and I'll use it, grow it, buy it. We,
Yeah, give me some seeds of that. Let's go. That's me. But
what's funny is, in the 90s when we got legal medical here,
right?
that really opened up the gates because it
Mhm.
was legal to exchange cuts. Cuts were dominated. I never knew anybody that wanted to get seeds and go through that process. It's like, yeah, let me get a cut of something that's established. It's
Right?
been worked, and I still think there's a lot of validity. There isn't for
I do
seed
too. I agree.
sellers, but in my humble opinion, if I were just starting, I'd want to get a good cut from somebody that I had
Yep.
trust in, and use that as a starting point
That's what
before I
we just did.
buying a
Yep.
pig in a poke and
Yep. So we just
get
did that.
seeds that don't germinate and all the other
Yeah, bro.
shit that goes along with it.
Right on, brother. There's a strain called Sister Nice. And if you guys check my feed there, or if you look it up, incredible strain. It was made by someone that was replicating Mr. Nice's strain, and it has
Yeah,
88G13 in it. Yep, and haze,
yeah.
and it's fucking fire, and it grows. If you look at my videos, you'll
You
see
know, do you know
it
who
grows
Mr.
amazing.
Nice Seed is?
Yes, I do. Shanti Baba.
Okay.
Yep, sir. I don't
Well,
like him per se. I don't
okay.
know him. I don't know anything about him, but
No, 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 no.
no,
That was okay when
old
Neville had
school.
his first
Neville, yeah.
company, the Seed
Yeah.
Bank.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
Shani
Yep.
Baba was an employee, and he was
Sure.
the geneticist. He's the one that did the breeding. But most of the stuff in
Ah,
the first catalog, he bought all of those from Sam the Skunk Man. He bought Garlic Bud. He bought G13.
really?
And it goes on down the line.
You mean Shanti did or Neville did?
No,
Neville did.
Neville. Shani
Ah,
didn't have shit. He was a hillbilly from Georgia
that's
or
what I thought. I
Alabama or
heard he
some
was a
shit.
big mouth fucking hillbilly, is what Shanti is. What I heard. But
Exactly.
okay.
Then Neville gets busted coming out of Australia visiting his parents. Interpol had a warrant for his arrest and they grabbed
Right.
him.
Right.
So Shanti ends up at Arjun's place, Greenhouse Seeds in Spain. So a lot of the stuff that Neville had now were being sold by Greenhouse Seeds.
Right.
Time goes on. Neville gets out of his situation,
Right.
and Mr. Nice, what was his name? The guy behind it. He brought everything back together. He hired Shani Baba.
Sure.
and Neville was his partner. And now we're going to redo everything like it was in 1988 when we did our first catalog. See how it worked?
Right.
So Shawnee was the only one. Now here's my position on that whole story. You got guys that had to move from Amsterdam to Spain in the form of Shiny Baba.
Right.
Neville, who went through his crisis, and that was pretty serious. Okay.
Right.
And if you believe that somebody kept these genetics intact for 22 years with all that, I got some property I'd like to sell you down on the Colorado River on the California-Arizona border.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're sitting in jail, are you concerned about where your fucking genetics are?
Yeah.
I'm just calling bullshit. I
Oh,
mean,
No,
I don't
but
disagree with you.
I'd be thinking about. I'd be at least thinking about
Yes, I would.
mason jar of seeds I buried in 3 feet in the ground. But you know,
Right.
yeah. But the guy
True.
who really brings it home to me, and he's revered. He's fucking revered. And that is Canadian Mark Emery.
Oh,
This
really?
guy says, oh, he would go to Amsterdam and buy
hashtag
the
me too.
seeds. Okay. And they'd be marked, and this, and this is, and then he'd bring them back
We
to
rename them.
Amsterdam, to Vancouver, and they were F2 knockoffs, and he'd tell you that. Yeah, these are F2 knockoffs. I did them, and this went on for
Oh,
what,
Yeah,
couple of years?
he burnt a lot of people too. There were people
Yeah,
that Breeder Steve was one of them. Breeder
yeah,
Steve had produced a bunch of grapefruit for him to sell, and it was a huge seller and went off the shelves. And I don't know
yep,
if Breeder Steve wasn't doing it again, but then Mark reproduced them and sold them without Breeder Steve's permission. And they weren't of
yep,
the quality that
nope.
Breeder Steve's original stock was either.
unfortunately, that was the first of, I think, probably many people who did that to Steve. He's gotten current hosed over on so much shit that I heard over the years. But all you older
Well,
guys, get fucked over so much. Crazy. But being in the
you
game,
can't
right?
worry about it, man. You
You just got to do the
you
game.
can't worry
You got to
about
play
it.
the fucking
You
game.
can't
That's
worry
it.
about it.
Right on. That's part of the game,
That's why
right?
the last time I sold genetics was 79.
Right.
Yeah.
Right
I'd rather
on.
give it to you because here's the advantage. If I give somebody something and it doesn't work out for whatever reason,
Right.
okay, maybe I'm a shithead. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll go with
Right.
that. Then I don't carry any burden because, hey, then don't grow it.
Right. Can I? Yeah, I hear you.
You know?
Guys want to? Yeah, no, I wanted to tell you guys about that pictures I put in the chat. So if you look at the top, the first one, you'll see a bud in the middle of that. The first picture, I've got 5 buds I'm holding up. You see that? The one in the middle, the big fatty, that's 32 grams. The rest of them are all 14 plus grams each bud.
Hold
There were
on.
12 buds on that fucking plant, guys. This thing's a
The
beast, man.
people out there can't see that yet. Hold on. Give it a second. There we go.
Yeah. Check that out. Put them all up there, Wes. Put them up there.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
We have the F1. I have the currently I have the only 2 in the world of that plant right over there in the veg tent. Because they're cut only, and he lost that we know of. Someone else could be growing it, but we don't know of it. That F1 like that, you don't find that often, right? He's cultivated that over 15 years. That plant's crazy, guys. That's one we're not gonna let out as an F1, right? That's our plant we're building our seed business on, right there. We're not gonna sell a lot of seeds. We just want to sell good weed. We're sick of the fucking boo, right? We're sick of the junk. That's the guy who gave me the big bag, right? He grew all that, guys. I'm the newbie. He's the sensei. That big bud you see
Hey,
right there, you know.
Wes knows
Anyway,
more of this story than most people.
anyhow,
Here's
Yeah.
my sage advice: get a new hobby.
Oh, dude, I do it because I love the
There's
plant.
very little reward. There's
I
very
don't care
little
about that.
reward.
Yeah, I'm too old to care
No,
about
I don't.
reward,
I'm
bro.
not even talking financial. I'm not even talking finances. I'm
Yeah,
just talking about
I'm gonna do it anyway. I love growing weed and breeding seeds, so I'm gonna do it anyhow. But if people
my
like it,
shit.
great.
My shit's in cookies dispensaries. Some of their franchises.
Wow, bro, fucking a,
Oh, isn't that neat?
it's cool.
Got if I even got $1 an ounce, it'd be
I
better than
know.
I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that part of it.
And at one point, I had 16 people that were selling seeds from a plant that there are no seeds. It was a clone back in '84. Anyway,
Wow.
that's neither here nor there. But they've started seed companies. I can't even name it anymore because it's just insane. It just
I know, but
it,
like I said, brother, this is something
oh,
I've
one of them
wanted
registered
to
with
do.
Phylos.
Yeah, I
Can
know,
you imagine? I mean, are you kidding me?
bro. I'm
So,
crazy. Like you gotta remember, I'm also in a dying industry called psychotherapy because everyone's a fucking therapist nowadays. They think, or they're a coach, right?
well, they used to be therapists. Now they're breeders.
Yeah.
No, no, no. This is good. Moonlight, dreadlocks and moonlight. Oh, okay. Uh, the funniest. I don't want to name the breeder. It doesn't matter. But it's one of the self-anointed experts. And
Self-anointed expert. I love it.
I came in the house. It was Sunday evening. It was in the fall, so it gets dark early here in this far north. And my wife was in the kitchen making dinner or something. So I went in the living room and I pulled some plant material off the stock. I put it in a pipe and I took a hit. She comes around the corner. She goes, "What's that smell?" And I held the little baggie up. I go, "It's dank." Anyway, so I just dumped it. I just dumped it in the toilet and flushed it. I did that with oh god, this one. I I don't remember if it was cherry Kush or cherry pie Kush. But it probably doesn't matter because this was like, who in the fuck cloned this the second time? I mean, I can understand you plant a
It's like
seed,
purple
okay, and you
Urkel.
take a
It's
oh,
like
purple Oracle, yeah.
last week you were
Oh,
talking about purple Urkel.
oh God, what a fucking joke.
Oh, you want me to
Um,
put the Paul?
just see, that's the only reason I got a card here. It wasn't because I needed the government's permission to grow weed. Trust me. But so when it went legal here for medical people, I got a medical card for the sole reason is I'd read online about, oh yeah, this strain and that strain. Like I'm really missing out. 'Cause I didn't know. All right. And I went through everyone. I did, how many blueberries I've done? And I know that none of them were a blueberry from DJ Short. Not that that's good or bad. I'm just saying they weren't, what they were representing to be. Um,
I've been through that one too myself, but
at
I found it.
least,
I
at
got it
least
now.
3 or 4 Urkels. Oh, and the one that you want to talk boof, Blue
Right?
Dream. Whoever, there's got to be some kind of scam on that one. Uh, that thing is terrible. Just fucking horrible. I didn't let it go past 27 days. I've been around this rodeo enough. I can spot it. I can see where we're going after a month. And I just took scissors and cut it down.
Really?
Let's see what else. Oh, a bunch. Oh, yeah, my favorite. This is my favorite. So this was a little bit later, maybe like 2008, 2009. And everybody, if you didn't grow Kush, you were a dick. And there were
Oh,
3 of them. Remember? There
yeah.
was OG Kush, There was Larry's cut, whoever the fuck Larry was,
I wasn't in the game,
and
but I believe you. Sorry.
and 818. That was an area code in Southern California, San Gabriel Valley.
Early Larry David's cut.
So I had 3 cuts sent up from Southern California. Legit. I've never used so many goddamn bamboo stakes to hold up 3 plants in my life. This thing was a genetic nightmare.
Yeah.
And I kept
And I
thinking,
kept it.
this is the big deal. This thing can't support itself. You see my plants. There's,
Bro,
you got to use
I
a
just had to
power
prop.
saw to cut them.
I just propped mine up. I had to prop up somebody else's genetics right
Yeah.
in my tent just last night because the buds are so heavy. The fucking thing's flopping over because I grow weed. I know how to grow it. That thing's just like, I'll show you. That's crazy. But yeah. But go ahead, Coot. Yeah, it's still going on, dude. And this is from DNA genetics, dude. DNA. This is Cantaloupe Kush. I'll show you exactly what I know exactly what you're talking about. Because it pisses me off, so I'm not going to keep it any longer. But it's great weed, delicious weed. Fucking
Okay.
great buzz.
Here's this year's crop. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And these are in 30-gallon pots. Okay.
See this?
This will give you an
See how it's
idea.
flopping? See how it's flopping over? See?
There you go.
But it's strong enough that it's holding there. See?
Okay, let me copy here.
Same with this one. I had to prop this up. This is an OG. Look, this fell down. You see it? Fell right fuck down right off of that.
Hold on, let me spotlight you there. Yeah.
Right? You see that? This fucking thing fell, I gotta tie this one back
Wow,
up
they're
here.
beautiful.
Oh, thank
Cheers.
you. Thank you. Yeah, they're pretty plants. But like this one is Cantaloupe Kush, and that one is OG, right? That is top GOG from the famous Mr. Spliff. Mr. Put down every other breeder in the world. That's why I don't mess with him anymore, but he's got great genetics, sadly. He's one of those guys. He talks shit about everybody. And now he'll probably talk shit about me now because I talk shit about him, apparently. Just now, I talk the truth. That's what he does. He talks trash as everybody. Too bad.
It doesn't
Even
worth my money if someone talks trash about everybody.
Exactly. But I bought this before I knew he did that. But look at that. That's a nice OG, man. I mean, it's nice. It tastes wonderful. It's a great fucking plant, but I'm never going to grow it again.
There you go. Those
there
are
you go.
small containers too. Those are I said 30, I apologize. It's 20-gallon containers.
Okay.
Not a stick in one of them.
Right? I gotta prop this branch up, guys. So I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm not leaving. I'm just going over there.
Yeah.
I gotta retie it somehow. Frustrating. This is why I don't want to grow this fucking plant, right?
Oh, and by the way, that soil was first
Yeah.
used in in 2022.
Beautiful.
Nice looking
So
plant.
while we wait for him to come back, I'm not a grower, but I am a sculptor. I have a couple nubs that I've sculpted. Let me grab them real quick.
Nice.
Since
Right
we're all
on.
showing off flower, I might as well show something I can
Yeah, do
sort
it.
of
We'd love to see it.
participate in.
Yeah, that's art. We love art here. We're artists.
So
We're
I
all
am
artists here.
gonna say this disclaimer, these are
Oh,
not for
shit.
sale, these have
Oh.
already been cleaned.
Well,
So this
Shit.
one is my skunk one.
God, that's a famous strain. Jesus.
And then we have some green crack. And then I believe this one was supposed to be purple punch.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have a UV flashlight, but
It looked
all
like
three of these are
cookies.
UV reactive. Mhm. They're gonna be little planter decorations. So it's gonna have a little stick on the top and a plastic dome, so my friend can still water their plants accordingly and stuff. This is just
Nice.
little pot decorations, like people have the little metal birds and stuff like that. I just did
Nice.
sesh trays.
Cool.
Because another one that they ordered was a custom food set. This one is pizza.
Cute. Look at that. Nice job. That's cool.
Thank you. And then this one is different types of chicken.
All right.
That's really cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, so my friend's gonna use these to decorate their plants.
Cool. Good for
Oh,
you.
Christmas?
What's good about these plants, I don't have to water them. I just stick them in the oven and call it a day.
Nice.
So, Wes, what happened with your plant? Are you having any update on your plant?
Yeah, you know what? I need to harvest those coots, coot, whatever you call them, the TO back crosses. I need to harvest those. They're plenty. There's plenty of seeds in them, and yeah, so I need to harvest them, get what I can seeds out, and make some hash or whatever's
This is
left.
an unpopular opinion, so you can take it for what it's worth. It's my opinion and experience that seeded weed is stronger than sensimilla. There's a couple of reasons for that, because when you have sensimilla, the plant's producing pollinator attractors
Sure.
to get pollinated. Once
Right.
the plant has been pollinated, now it's in seed production. So it's going to be creating a different set of terpenes and terpenoids, because it's going to defend against molds, herbivore, and things like that. Just all I'm saying is the plant is shifting its mode.
Right.
Some people may
Makes
not
sense.
like it, but I've
Yeah.
having grown the same plant for all these years, I kind of got it dialed in as far
Well,
as the way I like it. But I get it. Oh, it's got seeds. Oh, it's a herm. Whatever. I don't. Sometimes you just keep your mouth shut. Oh, yeah, that's not too
whatever.
good.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. Because let's face it, we all know this. I think we even talked about it on this show before, that all the weed that we know, that of all the big killer earth breaking weed, right? The next haze or the next cookies or the next miracle alien cookies, right? Is all fucking herms. Gorilla glue, right? All these strains are all fucking herms. Triangle Kush is a herm. I mean, you
But
just
you
keep
don't have
going.
to get arm seeds to get good plant, man. Come on.
I know that, but I'm saying that herms are what Jim's saying. There's truth in it.
Well, no, I don't. I think we're not communicating here.
No, that's not what I meant, Jim. But I'm just saying that, like, don't hate herms. That's all I was saying. I don't hate herms. I don't hate on herm plants because all
Well,
plants
this
are
isn't a
plants.
herm situation. I'm just
No, no,
saying that
no. I know that. I know that.
intentionally taking some pollen
Right.
and hitting one or two colas on a plant
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
has a benefit.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely. Okay, sure.
I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
that's
do a
what I heard.
seed crop.
No, no, I
Just
knew that before. I was just making the point.
Yeah.
Don't hate on herms. I wasn't. I wasn't misunderstanding your
I don't
point, thinking
understand.
you were talking about her.
See, there's so many variables. I don't, that's philosophical. All I'm saying is that a lot of things can contribute to a plant producing a female plant producing a male flower. It could be the soil.
Sure.
With some of the silly recipes that I've seen in my career, starting with the TGA, the Green Avengers, my ass. That thing was just horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible.
You're talking about
And part,
subsoil, huh?
well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it wasn't a breeder. I mean, it wasn't a grower. That
Oh,
soil
he wasn't a
mix,
grower, he wasn't a breeder, but he was damn
a
good at
promoter.
marketing. He
Yeah,
was
he's
But Mark,
marketing.
marketing. He was,
he's a marketer, and those guys grew from though. Caleb's a hell of a grower, though. CSI's a grower. He grew all of his shit. He grew all of TGA stuff, most of it. You can ask him; he's alive. And I think Caleb CSI grows great weed, but that's just my opinion, Jim. It doesn't mean nothing, but
No, no, I just
you
look,
know,
okay. I've had his weed one time, and it was for the big show, the big fucking show. All right. Uh, it was the first show in Oregon, and it was a big fucking deal. He didn't even place in the top 10. Didn't even place. And he gave away, it was a little box and it said Space Queen on it. And I mean, I had heard of Space Queen, but 10 years earlier in the 90s out of Vancouver. So the thing never made any sense. But I'm telling you, and he later said in an interview, I've got a transcription of it, that hey, he shouldn't have done the show because he wasn't prepared.
well,
Okay, which tells me that somebody else was doing the growing. That's just the way breeders work. They got
yeah,
someone with a garage and some lights, and because it doesn't take anything to make seeds. Any fucking idiot can make seeds. You don't need a big setup. You don't need it refined. It's a
yeah. My
fact.
the guy that
Once
the
that
guy that
once that plant has been pollinated and it
the
goes
guy that
into
the guy
seed
that grew all
production
this.
mode.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Jim. Go ahead. Never mind.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, do you know how much money you can make off a one light in a garage
Yeah.
on a seed crop?
Hmm.
Especially the kind of plants I grow. You seed one outside, you're talking pounds and pounds and pounds
oh, yeah.
Right.
of fucking seeds.
Sure.
So look, all you need is a name and a story. I'm telling you, it's more about the story. Give it some stupid fucking name, and now you got a brand, and you can always sell a brand. I don't care if it's a car, a shirt, a pair of shoes. Why does
Right.
this pair of tennis shoes cost $800? Oh, because
Sure.
somebody on TikTok said it was really good. See what I mean?
Hmm.
Or people find out that their Louis Vuitton, $30,000 handbag can be bought for
Sure.
$30 in Beijing at a knockoff shop.
Right.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I get annoyed. Like I didn't follow. We fell in the same circle many times. Kyle Cushman and that fucking story about strawberry cough. Jesus Christ, man!
You mean
I was
strawberry
on a
cough
show
that
with
he
him with a guy
stole
from
off that
Adam
poor
Dunn.
grower? That poor grower is just like trying to show off his grow to Kyle Cushman. Kyle Cushman takes the cut and fucking steals it.
Yeah. What was Adam Dunn? What was his TGA seeds? Was it?
He
No,
was
no, that was
CSI seeds. CSI.
huh?
He was CSI first.
No, CIA.
CIA, yeah, sorry, CIA. CIA.
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't
And
know who he
then
was when he
what's he
invited me
now?
on his show. I was kind of embarrassed because then later I realized, oh, this guy's like a real legitimate breeder from in the early '90s, I guess, or something.
Yeah, he was,
So
yeah.
yeah, okay.
100%.
But yeah, well, he had me on the show with Kyle Cushman, and I was just sitting there laughing my ass off because I'd asked him before I went on the show, let me go last. So it started out was Kyle Cushman and then that guy with the weird layers and spikes and dikes, the Rev. I don't know, some book he wrote. And you got to have a ruler because you want your nitrogen only be this high in the pot, and then you want to go to have more potassium. Yeah, I mean, just this whole thing. And I'm like, and I'm really stoned, and I have put myself on mute because I didn't want to interrupt the interviews. But these two guys sound like they just got out of Betty Ford Clinic after a week. And so I was Mr. Polite. I let them go, and Adam, I kind of slapped them around, especially Cushman over the strawberry cough.
And it's veganic.
Oh, yeah. Because then Adam then says, well, so is this stuff organic? And I'll never forget.
Search
says-
on Google
He says
veganics.
almost. He says almost. And then I turned my mic back on. I said, is that like almost being pregnant? And anyway.
Wes, search on Google veganics and tell me what you find first.
What I find first? Okay. Yeah, just veganic.
Okay, Matt, remember Matt Rise,
Hair oil.
Mr. Hash guy, the self-proclaimed hash expert?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well,
Oh,
he
man.
was a partner in the Veganics with Kyle Cushman. And they had a website called, I don't remember the website. That part doesn't, well, it does, it relates to the story really important. And it was a shithead web house. The guy that was behind Oaksterdam U, Lee, I think his last name was, he just died just the day before. They asked me to go if I wanted to teach at Oaksterdam U. And I was hysterical. I said, "You don't want me, believe me."
Oh, Wes, have you
I would not be. I would
you
not be
typed
a good
veganics,
fit.
right?
Huh?
I'm on going down the veganics right here. What is veganics growing? Here we go.
No, not veganics growing. I just told you to type veganic.
It brought up a hair cream. It brought up like a hair, like a.
No, it's a product. It's a fertilizer. Put the word fertilizer behind veganics.
Okay.
No, yeah, they were trying to. He was. I think he was making a different point. What were you saying, Beekeeper?
I'm saying that one of the products called veganics, it's
Yes.
for pussy. When
For
your
pussy.
pussy is itching.
Itching, veganics. Oh, icky. You.
Because
Wow.
I got my PC on French, but
It's a little bit you, but I mean, that happens, I guess. We can't hate on women for that. But,
at least in French, when you type veganics, that's what you get.
oh my
Crotch
God.
rot.
Pussy itching produce.
Now that'd be a good name for a weed. Crotch rot.
Dude, crotch rot. That's good. Good one.
I do not get that. See, that's still not fair. I get veganic
Maybe they're
hair
out of
oil.
business.
Well,
Could be out of business.
I mean, with a winning product like that, though.
No, come on, man. That thing
come on,
wasn't
man.
looking to
That
be
stuff,
that good.
I grew it. I used that shit through my first grow. My very first grow, I used veganics halfway through because Kyle Cushman was the bomb. And that stuff was shit. But my weed came out good because I had it under HPS's little 315s in little 3x210s underneath this place, this little bell right here. Came out good, man. It was fine, but it was didn't come out great because it had green. It dyed my pots. Nah, that shit was trash. I mean, he dyed it green. He had dyed purple, dyed red shit. Junk. He does not running it anymore, is he? He's slinging hash for AC Infinity. He's a whore for them now. Old Kyle Cushman. You see that, Jim?
Is that right? Is that
Yeah, he's
right?
all for AC Infinity. He sold out to AC. Yeah, yeah. Oh, here's the big giveaway, guys. For AC Infinity, we're gonna do a growing contest. Oh yeah, he's got some shit going on with him or something like that. I just saw it the other day.
I've got a picture taken at the only show I've ever been to is the one they had here in Portland.
Yeah,
First year they were legal, and it's Kyle Fishman, George Cervantes, and the dickhead that I can't think of his name. He owned Sunlight Distributing, the supplier to all the grocery stores. Okay, you had to get through this cocksucker
I'm
to get your
surprised
stuff in a grocery store. All right.
Pat King wasn't in that mix of shit bag. But anyway,
Anyway, so I titled it Tres Amigos, and I framed it, and just three dickheads, man. Just when they at one time there were over 40 grocery stores here in Portland, and after it went legal, it only took a year, and we were down to four.
damn,
And that, in my book, that was one of the happiest days of my adult life. It
really?
wasn't as good as sex, don't get me wrong, but it was right up there. And
Okay,
they just says they're scumbags. They just sell
yeah,
you shit. Um,
right,
you can go to Home Depot and get a 25-pound bag of calcium carbonate limestone, and it's $8.
right,
You go buy a 5-pound box at a grocery store, and it's $15 because
right,
it's designed especially for cannabis plants. It's fucking
right.
limestone.
It's the
You
same
know?
shit. They just rebagged
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're full of shit.
And put idiotic claims on the label because
Right.
if you accept that the food system is pretty fucked up, you can imagine how fucked up fertilizer industry is. You
Oh
can make
god,
any claim. I mean, it's crazy.
it's insane. I can imagine. It's like
Well,
blue jeans.
let me give you
Yeah.
an example. Okay, this is a product that comes out of the earth. It's a mineral compound. Okay. Mhm. So if you were to ask a farmer,
Yeah.
how do you buy this? And he would tell you, oh, that's sulfate of potash. Oh,
Right.
okay. Now, if you were to ask somebody that was in food manufacturing, and I'm not sure why this is, but they would
Yeah.
tell you that it's potassium sulfate.
Uh,
Okay. And therefore, the same exact product out of the same
all
exact mine,
all different.
yeah, it is in two different bags. And if you're selling to the food manufacturer, then it's got to be, you have
That's
to submit
who did
a,
that was the DuPonts of the world, bro. Those rich bastards. That's
oh,
who did
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Selling
You
their
got to have
chemicals.
A COA, right? A certificate of analysis. So now
Yeah.
you can upcharge it, or you can go, like I said, you can go over to Home Depot and buy a goddamn 25-pound bag for $8,
Yeah.
which it's been around for about 3 million years. So it'll probably keep in your garage or your shed, for a
Right.
couple of years. It's not going to go bad on you. It's fucking calcium sulfate. I mean, it's
Right.
calcium carbonate.
Right.
There's so many games in the fertilizer.
Industry.
Um,
Yeah.
the things that have like three or four names. Not trying to deceive anybody, but because at different points in history,
Right.
naming conventions were what they were. And
Right.
sometimes you'll see for this one ingredient, all four names in the list of ingredients. It's called label stacking or label building. Because if you see more shit than a
It
consumer
must be
thinks to
better.
themselves,
Must be
it's got to
better.
be better, even though four of those names are the same exact thing.
They're just said in different ways.
Right? Yeah.
Funny thing.
Yeah, there's no law against that. It's not deceitful.
No, I mean, look,
Buyer beware, bro. If you're that dumb, I guess you're that dumb. Right? I mean,
the main thing I try to tell people is this. At one time, fertilizer manufacturers were required to use the word water. Well, through good legislation and payoffs, they now can use the phrase inert ingredient. So what I'm trying to explain to people, if 98% or 99% is inert ingredient, that means it's 98 or 99% water.
water.
So if you're buying a gallon for $750,
It's inert.
yeah, it's inert.
You're buying
You could,
water
you
and
know,
you're
when
buying
you
with
know those eye
1%.
drop things, those
Yeah.
little vials for
Yeah.
eye drops.
Yeah.
That's the amount of actual active ingredient that's in a gallon of
It's anything, huh?
mammoth microbes, for example, or
Right.
or terpenator. That's my favorite, terpenator. Because
Terpenator.
all that is a fertilizer known as sulfate of potash or potassium sulfate. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It
noticed
costs
that when I looked at the ingredients.
it's only $20 for a 50-pound bag. 20 fucking dollars.
Yeah,
But
you
if you
spend
put 15
50
cents of
bucks.
it into a really cool jug of water,
Yep.
now you can charge $70 a
You
gallon.
call it terpenator and put a really bitchin' eye candy thing on there.
Well,
The
shit.
kid's gonna
Enhances the
grow a
buds
killer
like
weed.
nothing you ever seen, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, how about Fox Farms? Cha-ching was one of their products. Tiger Boom. Ooh, Tiger Boom. That means, I don't
That
know what it
means
means.
big
Don't forget
bucks.
about the best one,
big bucks.
Gringo Rasta.
Yeah.
Gringo Rasta.
Don't
Remember
forget.
that
Don't
one?
forget about the kelp, bro. Called what? The kelp magic? No, that was a kelp magic. No, that's what I got over here. That's good shit. That's powdered. That's just kelp and kelp products, but sea products. Um, no, what was the name of that, man? It was ah sorry.
Cal Mag?
No, it was no, it was kelp by no, it was a kelp, it was a bottle of kelp shit that had other shit in it, you know, like you were talking about with the 98% inert ingredients from Fox Farm, but it was their kelp product. It's still sold, man.
Oh, fuck.
It's brown, bro.
Let me, I can tell you everything you need to know about the kelp industry.
Yeah,
Okay, there's only one species. It's taken out of the North Atlantic.
sure.
Okay,
Yep.
there's two companies that dominate it. One is MaxiCrop, which was started by an accountant in the late 40s and from London. And the other one is in Nova Scotia called Acadian Sea Plants Limited, ASL.
Wow.
They both harvest the same exact
Product.
type, same exact species.
Wow.
And it's brown kelp. There's brown marine algae. There's three marine algae. There's red, you might know it as Irish moss,
Sure.
green
Yep.
kelp or green marine algae, and
Yeah.
brown. And brown's the one that has the most ingredients. And that's the one that's
That's it.
It's
Or is that the
literally
kelp part?
white dude with a tan and
Bingo,
fucking
Rasta.
fake dreads. It's the most offensive label ever.
sweet mother of Jesus.
Right? Why would, dude? Because it appealed to somebody, right?
Okay, let me finish this
Kind of crackhead.
real quick. Okay, so that is labeled and sold as, drum roll, kelp meal. Kelp meal. Okay.
Right.
And all that happens is they bring it in.
And they chop it up. Right.
Well, they got to dry it first.
Dry it. Chop it up.
And then chop it up. And it's used in animal feed. Our dog gets it every day. It has 83 elements in the right balance, the way they're supposed to be. It also has only brown kelp produces this one fucking agent called alginic acid. No other organism on the planet produces alginic acid. Okay.
Right.
So that's brown kelp. Now, in terms of brown kelp, there's 1,800 species of just brown kelp in the world.
Wow.
But this one, okay, is the only one and it's controlled by international treaty.
Nice.
How much the harvest can be. A
Right.
whole bunch of factories go into it. It's run by the Canadian government. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yes. Gotcha.
In 1948, 49, this man named, can't think of his name. He started a company called MaxiCrop. And he worked with scientists, and they figured out a way that they could extract the main components out of the kelp and then be able to turn this into a powder that would be water soluble. And that's called, drumroll, seaweed extract. So you might say, well, how do they extract it? Oh, that's easy. By law, by international law, there's only two materials, potassium hydroxide and sodium hydroxide. And you might know potassium hydroxide if you ever had a plugged toilet, because that's what is in Drano.
Uh,
Okay. So they pour the hydroxide over the leaves, the fronds actually, and it burns it. I've seen videos of it. It's actually, the stuff is like it's getting tased. The fronds are just bouncing around the chamber. And
Wow.
so what you end up with is, because you can't destroy an element, right? So you
Right.
get the elements. But what you don't get are the enzymes, the
Right.
analogs, all the other stuff, alginic acid, and all the stuff that makes it help.
Good. Makes it what it is.
Okay. Or you have this shit that's made with stuff you use to clean out your toilet. That's it.
Yep.
That's the law. That's it.
Wow. Okay.
So basically, if it doesn't say kelp, then if it says seaweed, run. If it says seaweed, run. Kelp meal is what you want. And Down to Earth has a product that's, it's packed here in Oregon. Well, it was. Now they're owned by Hawthorne, so I don't know
I
who's
use I
packed.
use those products. I used to use all their stuff. Is it any good?
Absolutely, it's good.
I thought so too. I had great
But
results.
those are just
Okay.
raw materials that haven't been processed and fixed by
Yeah.
some clown and put in a bottle and have somebody stand
Yep.
up in front of an audience with tears going, "This changed my life the minute I started using it." Well, I guess so. If you're making $750 for a gallon of water, I'd be crying too.
All the way to the bank and laughing when I went through the fucking and got 1,500 double burgers for my party for my kid and with his bouncing circus and his bouncing house in the front.
See, here's
So,
the thing about kelp. In
yeah.
my recipe, I use a cup of kelp meal to a cubic foot, and that's roughly 7.5 gallons. We just call it 7.5 gallons. So my recipe, I only use 1 cup.
Okay.
It's the cheapest fucking fertilizer there is. That's why it gets badmouthed by clowns, because they can't compete against it. They have to run stuff. Well, that stuff's tainted. I ran some experiments.
On
Yeah,
what again?
I'm sure you did.
I
Huh?
missed that. I missed that. What element? What
Kelp
are we
meal.
talking about? Oh, kelp meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelp meal's the best,
It's
man. It's got growth hormones in it,
it's
man.
got everything.
Got
And
everything
it's
you need.
cheap. Even if you pay $100 for a 50-pound bag, $2 a pound for that,
It's
compared to
a,
anything in a. I know one company that charges $60 a pound. Kelp meal and alfalfa meal. Blow me.
yeah. I use
$60 a pound.
I use that Neptune's Harvest. That's a good one. That I use. Have you ever seen that one?
That's extract because it's black. Honest, just get some kelp meal, really.
I'll look at
You're
it. I think
way
it has
ahead of it.
kelp
You're
meal.
way ahead of it.
I think it has kelp meal in it, bro. Let me check. Right over here.
It isn't
just
kelp
telling
meal,
you.
it's extract. I promise you, it's seaweed extract.
You think it's seaweed extract? You don't think it's
I
kelp
know
meal
it.
in it?
Is it black?
Let me look. Just a minute. It's not. It's
Well, haven't
green.
you-
Green. Dark green, bro. Dark brown, green kind of a look. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like.
Okay.
One sec. I'm just rolling a fatty right now.
Okay.
I'm rolling like a 4-gram joint. Sorry, but my hands are full. I'm kind of arthritic in my hands yet.
Let me just put it that you could do. Look, you can't do
Well,
any better than kelp meal.
I'll show you what it is. Hold on. Coot. It's all, let's see. Neptune's Harvest kelp meal. Look.
That
It's
it's
right in
not
the
a
bag.
liquid.
No, it's powder, bro. I don't use any
Oh,
liquid.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
got
If it's
it's got
liquid, if it's a
nitrogen.
liquid, it's extract.
Yep, derived
Yeah,
from
that's
kelp meal. Yep,
right.
it's a natural.
But you can
Yeah,
save so much. I promise you can save so much money if you
buying a
even
bag of it.
if you
A
bought
bag of
down
it.
to earth the
Yeah,
seven
I should
pound
buy.
bo-
I'm gonna buy instead of this. Yeah, I'm gonna.
right.
But this is good shit though. It's got
Yeah, it
potash
is
in it.
kelp meal.
Well,
I
no, but it's
misunderstood
all
you.
sorry.
I thought you had a liquid.
But it's got extra stuff in it. It's got soluble potash, calcium, magnesium, water insoluble and water soluble, and sulfur in it. And
Yeah.
it's all along with the kelp meal, derived from the kelp meal. It says derived from kelp meal. So
I'm trying to save you money.
yeah, no, dude, I'm listening. I'm gonna buy it at the fucking feed store or at
Well,
Down to Earth.
that's the way to
Down to
buy
Earth.
it. Yeah.
But Down to Earth. I'll
Well, if
buy
you get it,
the 10 pounder.
okay, if you get it at the feed store, now you're really going to save money because that comes in 50-pound bags.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
The next
And
time I
here's
brought
something
it,
else.
after
50
what you
pounds
said.
goes into a number 5 paint bucket from Home Depot perfectly. So
Beautiful.
you can use
Thank
that
you.
to store it so it doesn't
Yep.
degrade.
Keep it from the bugs. Yeah, and the water.
That too. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. No, thanks, Coot. I wasn't arguing with you. I was just trying to tell you. I think pretty sure it's kelp meal. The stuff we grow with is all it's all from yeah, it's all from the boys that build the soil and different places like that. Because like your stuff,
Yeah.
yeah,
Jeremy,
Jeremy's good people.
I was going to say, Jeremy, I've known him a lot of years.
That's what you were saying. Said he's a good dude. I've always
Yeah.
he's always done me right, man. Those guys have always done me right down there. Good dudes. Solid. Yep. I love the craft mix, bro. That's good stuff.
That's a good mix.
Yeah, that's
A
what I
good
use for
blend. I
my
mean,
base.
not mix, but a good blend.
Yeah, that's what I use for my main blend is craft blend, and then I mix it with marine cuisine, which is it's crab meal and all that other stuff in it. It's got a ton of shit in it.
Right.
And that one's from Fox Farm. It's their only decent product. Marine cuisine is called. It's good shit. It's all powder. It's all powder, bro. It's no liquid, right? It's all just like you're talking about. They probably bought it from somewhere and repackaged it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, their main
Yeah,
business is they grow daylilies. They have a big farm in Northern California, and
really,
that's the parent company. Yeah.
and that's what they use their soil for is their daylilies. Funny
Right.
little fox farm over here. Little cute little fox farm. I get it. Some little hippy dippy place, huh?
No, they're pretty big. They
Oh,
got
pretty
so
big.
popular about 12 years ago. It was
Damn.
nuts. They were
That's
in every grocery store. That's all people talked about was what do you call it? They had something stupid called the moonshine mix. It was a bag of Happy Frog, a bag
Cigarello.
of Ocean Fork. Here's okay. Let me tell you, this is how much bullshit this industry has. Guess
Yeah.
why it's called Ocean Forest?
I don't know.
Okay, because they use oyster shell flour powder that comes out
Yep.
of the Bay of San Francisco. So there's
Sure.
the ocean component.
Yes.
Okay, and the forest is because they use wood from the redwood industry. Have you ever
Right.
seen pictures of a redwood forest?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Well, okay. On the ground, though, there's nothing there, is
Two
there?
point eight gram joint. That's a good one. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Coot. You're saying.
Um,
Yeah, Ocean Farm, Ocean
oh,
Forest.
oh.
Ocean.
Anyway, so when you look at a redwood forest, there's no trees in between the big trees because the roots put out exudes to kill competition.
Nice.
So why would I want to make a soil with that kind of wood chips in it?
To kill the competition of your roots. Yeah.
Or to
Your
kill
roots are
my
gonna.
cannabis plants?
No, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna kill your cannabis plants because the
Right.
roots are not.
See, these
Yeah,
potting soils aren't made, they're not made to grow plants. They're made to get you to buy their chemicals because that's where the money's at. There's no
right.
money in potting soils. First of
No,
all, nobody packs their own soil, so you have to pay to have it packed. When you get a bag of soil, I promise you at least $4 of the price you paid went to get that in a bag,
yep.
the bagging
That's what
charge.
I used to. I unfortunately good education, but he's such a piece of shit. I ran into the soil queen and his crazy bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. That woman deserves to be slapped, but I'm not gonna go any further than that. The way she insulted me, she was a bitch. I'm like, you know what? You're terrible human
I
being.
don't, who is she? Does she own a company or something?
Yeah, she's now their sales manager of of Soil Queen. So those are pretty harsh words, and I know that, but I give a damn.
Is
That
that a
woman was,
brand?
yeah, Soil King.
Oh,
Soil King is his scam brand, and I was a salesman for him, and they treated me like shit for no reason, none, because she showed up and wanted to make me an example because she thought she could bully me around, and she was manic. And one morning at 7 a.m. in the fucking morning, 5 a.m. her time because they were in California, she's pinging me about why I didn't pay off a pallet which I had paid off the week before. Coot, she's psycho. She was freaking out on me. In
is
my
this a
in the
big
text.
brand? Honestly, is this a
Yeah,
big brand?
the national brand called Soil King. Yeah, this is Pat King. Patrick
I gotta
King's
look it
fucking
up.
flagship. Yeah,
Hold
it's
on.
it's it's nothing to talk about. But the point is, he was it was ironic because he told me how cool he was and sober, and he's California sober, and got this. He's leading the support movement for people who smoke weed and don't drink and this and that. And he was all this and that. He was Mr. Program, Mr. AA, Mr. Spiritual Awakening, and then he marries a psycho. Before he did that, he fucked up and texted me instead of his kid or whoever a screaming text that said, "Where the fuck is my breakfast?" That was on a different day at like 10 in the morning. I joked back and said, "I don't know, man, but I'll go get it for you. You seem pretty hungry."
Mm.
And he never responded. So this is how he acts towards his people. No, fuck him, man. But he also, I heard, did some shady shit in Oregon, but I'm not going to speak on that. I had only heard that. But he was associated with a lot of those people up there. So up in
I've
Cali.
never heard of them,
Well,
but that doesn't mean anything. I don't,
no, he's got his kid. So I'll tell you what he does. He has his kid doing his dirty work. He got his kid involved in the worst the most disgusting weed for the weed industry, where they take where they take bad weed and they fucking rework it, right? And they clean it and shit, or they supposedly make it legal to sell and safe to sell to people, but it's really got mold and shit in it. Guys know what I'm talking about? They call it some kind of reclaiming or reconditioning of weed.
remediation.
Remediation. His kid owns he bought his kid a remediation plant and now he's running it in Cali. That's
Yeah.
Patrick King. Yeah, that's who we're talking about, that piece of shit. Doing that.
And then they spray it with
So,
terpenes and terpenoids.
yep. That's the
Yeah.
kind of shit that he's pulling, man. That's what I mean. I'm not just talking out of my
That's a
ass. You'll
big
never.
business. Hey, when people
Yep.
don't know how to grow, they're going to grow bad weeds. So that's how they
Exactly.
make money. They remediate it, and then they spray artificial, not artificial, but
And then, yep. And
you
then he went
you
to
can order by flavors. You want if you want
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
call it?
yeah. Sprayed weed. Yeah. But Coot, so check this out. So then he goes to Oklahoma and he sponsors an event because he's the big boy, right? Soil King. He goes there and instead of doing the
That's all I
event,
need to hear. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
okay.
yeah, okay.
Well, there's a lot more to it.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I
Well,
get it, yeah.
no. He told them all their weed was moldy and they needed to remediate it all. And he couldn't judge it because he needed to remediate it.
Yeah, the Cowboy Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
You got
sir.
it.
Yeah.
You know him now. That's the same dude. That's who we're
Oh, I didn't
talking
know. I didn't know about that. I was laughing my ass off that the Plowboys got taken by the California crowd.
Yeah, no, that was Patrick King that shut that whole thing down. The Cowboy Cup. Yep. And what's his name? Brandon, the guy you hate. You said he's a farce too. What's his name? Even though I don't know, I've never had a problem with him, but you said he's a farce. Bokashi Earthworks.
Hold on.
Brandon
Brendan,
Russ.
Brendan's
Brandon
not,
Russ.
he has
Yeah.
nothing to do with Cowboy Cup. He was one of the people that like helped call out that stuff. So I think you're confusing him with someone else.
No,
Who's he
no.
talking about, Steve?
Coot told me that he doesn't like Brandon Russ.
Oh, they don't get along or whatever, but he had nothing to do with
Oh yeah,
the
he
crop.
couldn't answer a question. He
Well,
kept talking, going on. Look, he's part of this cabal that they can't do anything, so they take something and they make a career out of say, well, you don't use this, it's going to kill your plants, it's going to kill your grandmother, your dog's going to die. I mean, it's just
right.
it's part of the people that hang around in Lane Ingham and that crowd. Just rip-offs. Stupid
Yeah.
names that don't even make any sense, like microbial collapse. Oh, it plugged my
No,
stomata.
no. He's not a microbial collapse person.
He's part of that
His stuff
mentality.
is pretty good
The
though.
guy's not a scientist. Hey, the guy went to prison for stealing electricity. That's all I got to know about him. Okay.
Man, we
I
all
mean, you're
black market shit.
come on. He's not a scientist. You think he's in Oklahoma? Do you think he's got a lab, a legitimate lab?
Yeah, I mean,
Come
he's got
on.
a pretty large facility actually.
Yeah. But I don't know,
Look,
Coot.
how many people have left Oklahoma because it's a ripoff and nobody can make money in the new rules? Is that pretty accurate about like California and Oregon and the rest of the legal states? Didn't they pretty much tame it down to nothing?
They've
Where I
purged all
am, they did.
licenses out. The government has, yeah.
I don't know. Guys, guy makes a career. He's not even a scientist. I couldn't talk to him for more than 10 minutes. He couldn't even answer a simple question. Is it kelp meal or seaweed extract? Well, I don't know. I said to him, what do you mean you don't know? You're out here, you're preaching about something you know nothing about. Come on, that's basic shit. Seaweed extract, kelp meal. It's
You
really
just
fucking
explained it to
simple.
us. You explained it to us just now, yeah.
He was lost, completely fucking lost.
I didn't mean to bring the negative into this so much. I just wanted to warn you guys about Pat King and talk about that because he's part of that whole crowd.
I
Yeah.
use Brendan soil at most of my grows actually.
Here's what I don't get. Okay.
They're good.
When
It's
these
good
people all
soil,
get
but
together and hang out, how do they even, because this person sells a product in that group
not
that
not
is
saying the
kelp
soil is
meal,
bad, brother. The soil is
overpriced
good.
kelp meal, but they keep
Good
their
stuff.
mouths shut because they're trying to sell this package that somehow you got to sign up with us so we can save your farm.
Right.
Dragging tampons across the soil because it brings in some cosmic energy out of the moon. I mean, really? Jesus.
Right.
Nuts. And you know what? Here's the part that cracks me up. Not one of their products is even certified biodynamic. How is that possible? How is that possible?
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I ended up quitting working for them because of his wife, because she was so crazy and I didn't want to deal with a crazy woman. So I
Or
got to
they like,
resign.
is that the big soil they use for the commercial grows?
Yeah, his soil is great. The soil is a great product. Nothing's wrong with Pat's soil. I don't have a beef with his soil, but I just have a beef with, and then he wouldn't talk to me. You know what I mean? It was like you and I, Coot, and he, like, all of a sudden you quit talking to me because his wife just suddenly didn't like me. That's what happened. So I got no respect for that guy. So
Well, I can tell you at least that I do like Brendan Rust soil. I do use it at most of my aquaponics facilities.
then I was talking about Pat King. Patrick King. His
Oh,
soil.
okay, I misunderstood.
I had no beef with Brandon. I got no beef with Brandon Ross. I don't know him. I was asking Coot why he thought that the guy was, because he had mentioned that he thought that he was less than, like he was saying, he didn't know much. But
He
I wasn't
doesn't.
talking about Brandon.
So
He
look,
is.
if I were running a farm, I
I don't
wouldn't
know
be buying
Brandon.
my shit. I wouldn't be buying my shit from Brandon Rust. I'd be going to Wilbur Ellis. They're like the third largest in the nation. Pallets of it. You think I'm going to dick around with a guy in Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Seriously? Not even close. There's no. Hey, look, calcium carbonate's calcium carbonate. I don't give a shit what it says on the bag. It's the same fucking shit. If you know anything about building soils or putting soils together like I do at a commercial level for commercial
Yep.
nurseries, you go buy the cheapest. You're by price because that's what is driving it. You can't just go out there. Well, he's a really nice guy, so I'm going to buy all my stuff from him. It doesn't work that way. This is a business, not a hobby. Branding's for people that are hobbyists. They buy into everything that comes down the pike. Oh, I can't use that because it's got enzymes. Oh my gosh, I can't use enzymes. Oh my goodness. I heard it's going to kill the terpenes, right?
Just
It's
modulate
just,
them. Just modulate them a little bit.
yeah,
Terpenes.
yeah. Or the one I heard on a broadcast. Well, no, I don't try to create terpenes. I'm working on terpenoids. I promise you that asshole couldn't tell you the difference. That's a promise. And it has to do with how many ions are in the goddamn molecule.
Well, thank you for telling me because I did not know till right now. So
Me too.
Oh, it's
So
simple.
that's
A terpene only has carbon and hydrogen,
right. Yep.
and a terpenoid has carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen.
That's what the oid comes in. The oid versus the ene. Yeah, it's chemical shit. It's from chemistry. I love chemistry.
And
Good
all of them,
shit.
THC is some combination of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, just like
Sure.
linalool, just like alpha pinene, beta
Every
pinene.
every molecule on the fucking planet and the right and the entire
No, they're
uh,
only made from those three.
well, I know, but
All the
most
smells and aromas that come out of a plant
I see. Cool.
are made with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, but in different. Not only do you have your molecular formula, but your molecular structure.
Right. Yep. Speaking of guys, I'm gonna head out. It's a good chat. Appreciate it. I gotta run for the night. I gonna calm down and cool off, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, man. Thanks for
Have a
stopping
good
by.
All
evening.
right. Thanks, Coot. I got to work in the
All right.
morning. It's got to start slowing down here, so I got to.
I'm retired.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could, but I'm only
Yeah.
57, Jim. See you guys. Take care.
All right.
Later,
Take
man.
care.
Later.
As the expression goes, no one gets out of this thing alive. Hey, I've watched so many companies come and go in this cannabis thing. I mean, it's hilarious. Just fucking hilarious. Is Gaia Green still around? The Canadian company?
Yeah.
Over in
yes, it is. It is.
that's what I started with. They were the easiest. Everything came in plastic buckets. The shipping costs were lower because you get better shipping rates on plastic buckets than you do bags. Yeah, they're up there in Douglas something. They're over in western part of Canada. They had the glacial rock dust. That was the first rock dust they used.
I've definitely used their glacial rock dust before.
Yeah. You know, with all the stuff about Canada in the news, I was unaware of some of the deposits of these really rare minerals that Canada possesses. And they absolutely control the world's potash market. You can't grow food without potash. I mean, it's integral. It's like, we're going to try this without water this year. I mean, it's on that level.
Well, they say that Morocco is going to be a huge powerhouse in the future because they have huge potash deposits
Yeah.
there, but have never touched. Haven't really touched them. So
Something like, what was it? The number I heard on one, I have to check it because it blew me away. What percentage of the world's deposits are in Canada for that one element, potash? I had no idea. Usually you'll see it on fertilizers, the soluble uh, potassium or something like that.
there we go. Where'd that map go? The map was sweet.
Do you hear about the load of liquid natural gas that Canada sold to Korea? Yeah, left the
Oh,
Western ports. Some big thing that infrastructure they've been putting together for the last 3 years.
Trans Mountain Pipeline.
Yeah, they're talking
Maybe.
about even, yeah, putting a underwater pipeline all the way to Asia.
Holy cow. That'd be something.
You know, here's the thing. Given the man's education, the premier, whatever his title is, he thinks
Yeah,
in terms of decades of planning, infrastructure, build it, and they'll come kind of thing. That's what bankers do. They're not trying to run for office every 4 years. It's a big difference when you're in a political position than as an investor, where you're dealing with billions of dollars, central bank kind of stuff. I mean, the guy's he's just fucking with Trump now because they showed the computer system that they used to track everything and how the little tiniest thing can change a market, and then the effects, and they track this office of people. It just blew me away. And so they select very specific stuff they're gonna, in regional areas of the country that are really strong Trump supporters, are gonna feel the pain from their counteractions. And they never announce it. It's not like a big doing a tweet or social media thing, making a big deal out of everything that you have to utter. Just silently, oh, okay. Well, we're gonna cut off the all your gas that goes into New York, Minnesota, all the border states, right? Um, this is a country the United States has $750 billion a year trade. And most of the stuff, most of the products are exempt under NAFTA treaties that go back to the 90s, 30 years ago, 35 years ago. This is all for show on Trump's part. I
yeah.
mean, think about it. Think about it. As big as China is, do you think they really made a deal with him at all? Or do you think that they're just going to go on their merry way and continue with their long range plans, right? I know you don't get too involved in it, but in the world of
They're
AI,
just waiting 4 years. They're just waiting 4 years. My
Yeah.
concern is I've just never seen politicians that get a new tax that repeal the tax
Oh, never.
with
No. That's
so
why cannabis. Look, that's why cannabis went into states that would make no
yeah,
sense historically.
exactly.
But that it's the
Exactly.
revenue stream. This state I live in is tax free. We pay, well, not tax free, sales tax. You go buy
Yeah.
Bentley for $350,000. You don't pay a penny in taxes, sales taxes. But man, cannabis, 29%, baby. Go get those pre rolls and I don't know what else you get. Some carts, I guess, and $100. Yeah, it's $129. And you get down in California, sometimes the county will put a tax on it. And in some of the bigger cities, they'll put a tax. By the time you get done, you can be over 48% in taxes. For what? Really badly grown weed?
Fucking fire, bro. For fire, okay?
Yeah. It's fire. Yeah, it's fire.
It's fucking fire, all right, Coot?
Yeah. You know what's fun about using AI is I found a place online that had all of the forums. What was it called? Can of something. It was the British Columbia Growers Association back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it's in text, so I just scraped the whole thing and put it on my hard drive. And there were some really odd combinations of people hooking up and working on genetics, to say the least. I sent a copy of what I put together so far for Wes to look at, but
It was good.
yeah, brought back some really interesting memories, like names like Ortega, G13, and Shiskaberry. I'd forgotten about Shiskaberry. And then Godbud.
Did you like Shiskaberry? Did you ever smoke it?
Yeah, I grew it for, I don't know, a couple of years.
Yeah.
It was a cut. Seeds
Yeah.
hadn't become the thing to do. I mean, there were seeds, but if you got cuts, you're always better off. That was the thinking. Whether it's accurate or not, that was the thinking.
For sure. No, I just heard good things about it. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you, yeah.
I don't forget. I don't want to go off memory. There were like a couple of different people that worked on it, but Vic High was the main guy. He's the one that actually got the name, the BCGA. And there's Jordan of the Islands and Cash Crop Ken. I forgot about that guy. He did F2 knockoffs. Like he had a Shiskaberry cross that's called the Kish. Chimera seeds. Remember that name? Maybe seeing it. Chimera.
Oh, yeah, the Chimera, the breeder.
Yeah, the breeder, right? He was involved in that group.
Yeah, he's still he likes to use feminized seeds, although they're
Right.
coming out with new things. Yeah, but he definitely he's a geneticist, isn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. 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 He did a bunch of talks with Hunter Herbs on Clubhouse. Some roundtables and stuff. But I digress. Regardless. What's going on in your world?
The fact that nobody's making money. I mean, $1.50 a pound. I mean, really? And you better do a lot of them, a lot of pounds, because think of all the labor involved. You're paying out.
Yeah.
You've got to have, honestly, it's close to $3.5, $4 million can even do a small license here, like 20,000 square feet, which is like 3/4 of a half acre.
I'm good. No thanks. Fuck, dude. No thanks. No, like I'm really stoked. Like these flowers behind me right here, my chickens hide all around those plants, and like I just like growing what I'm growing, man.
What
It's
kind of
just fun
plants that?
to uh
Lavender?
yeah, yeah. Thanks. I was like, hey
Um,
man,
have you
it's
ever
late.
used it as a pesticide?
I haven't. What do you do with it?
Okay, the flowers, the main, not the main, but one of the big terpenes or terpenoids is linalool. And you heard of the Orchid Man? You pay a monthly fee and they come by and they spray your house uh,
Oh, sure.
once a month.
Yeah.
Okay, they use a synthetic form of linalool. Anyway, so you can take those, you're better off to let them dry, take the flowers off and pull them off or however you do it. That's not, I usually buy them, they've already done. And now you can take that, and there's several ways of extracting that linalool, and you'll get it in a concentrated form. Then you mix it with water, then you can spray it on your plants. It's a really powerful pesticide, really
Okay.
powerful. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
just check
No,
it
that,
out online. There's all kinds of how to use it. I can give you about 10 recipes and it just confuse you. So just find one that makes sense to you. Uh, there's easy ways and ways that aren't as easy. So, but
no,
even if
that's
you
great.
just stuck it in water and let it sit for like 3 days,
Yeah.
that's strong enough. I mean, you don't have to go jump through hoops. I've done it with using lactic acid bacteria strains and doing an extract like that. I'm just saying there are all kinds of ways, but that's the easiest. And he looks like he got a shitload. So you got
Oh,
plenty
yeah.
of flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. No, I like cutting it and then giving it to people at work and stuff because it just smells really nice and it's pretty in the house. So,
Yeah.
and the bees love it. So there's tons of bees throughout there. So when I water it or my chickens are hanging out, I feel like my chickens are at a moment of zen because they're fucking kicking it with all the bees and they're
Hmm.
just chilling, doing their like,
You grow
dirt bath.
rosemary by any chance?
I have
'Cause
not. I don't have any.
ro- it's a really powerful pesticide. Those are both mints, by the way, believe it or not. The rosemary plant and the uh shit.
Lavender,
The plant you
rosemary.
have right there.
Yeah,
Those are both mints.
yeah,
So
sure.
they're
No, that's
very
fucking.
easy to get the terpenes and terpenoids out of the plant material and use them as an effective pesticide and fungicide.
It would make me think like the lavender would be close to the smell of like a chrysanthemum then.
It's not the
Like,
smell; it's this the agent itself that interferes with the insect.
okay. What bombs do they make that you can use in the industry that they bomb with? It's made with chrysanthemum.
Yeah, there's a specific type of variety. Those are
Pyrethrins.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
right.
they're challenging to work with it because they don't work. I mean,
Yeah.
I live in there's the best thing to use for insects, especially indoors, if you're in a greenhouse or something like that, is green lacewing larvae because they don't have wings yet and they can't fly. That's why ladybugs are a waste of money because once they eat, what animals do after they eat, they move on,
Shit.
right? Well, these are larvae that are crawling around your plants, consuming. They're like piranha, literally.
Oh yeah.
And I've never had anything that effective. No spraying, just you buy them, on a card, you hang them in your garden, and they crawl off the cards after they hatch. and they just start eating, and then they go away. They die
Yeah.
or turn into excuse me, an adult. And the
Yeah.
adults mate, and one dies, and the other one lays the eggs, and then it dies. It's really cool. And so you can have a perpetual pesticide going with the green wing larva. You can buy them like Arbico sells them. Other places that have, God, I hate this word, natural pesticides.
Yeah, I probably should look into getting some sachet bags and just hanging it around. I don't really have any pest problems this year per se. My chickens are voracious. My plants seem to be pretty hardy. The one thing that I did see the other day was some aphids, some white aphids, but then also on that plant a few weeks later I saw like a ladybug. And I was like, well, if they're persistent, that's okay. But I kind of like the response I get from the plants, just letting them hang out. And if they get taken down or they melt, then, that plant wasn't meant to be in my garden per se. So,
You can even take, you've got so much, you could just take pieces of the stalks of flowers on
mhm.
your plant there and just hang it on your cannabis plant. I mean, you don't
Fuck
have
yeah.
to do anything. Because just the pheromones, the smells are going to
Yeah,
drive the insects away. That's
that's
why
cool.
plants produce terpenes and terpenoids to attract pollinators and whatever you want to call it, a defense system against herbivore insects.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
that.
a constant thing that plants do 24/7. They're fighting pathogenic fungi. They're fighting herbivore insects, aphids in the soil, uh, nematodes. Plants have
Yeah,
an incredible defense system unless you get a human involved and listen to somebody at a Canicon convention and no, I want to spray this on there. I've had really good luck with it.
right. Yeah, man. Fuck.
That's the easy way. I would just hang some of your you got a shitload of
Oh
plant
yeah.
material
For
to work with.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna try to like actually because last year I harvested it a little bit late in the season because I wanted to use it
Mhm.
for cooking, and it was fucking awesome on my like omelets and eggs. I like,
Lavender?
yeah, I like, and then
Wow.
tea. I was making some tea with it as well.
Jeez. You're
Like,
hardcore.
well, have you like
Damn.
you had the herbs de Provence?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
so like a mixture of
Oh
different
yeah.
things. I mean, lavender is expensive when it comes to an herb. So,
Um, there's lavender's a big industry in Oregon and Washington. You need cooler weather. Um, there's a farm that's in the town I live in, 100 acres. And they grow 5 different varieties of lavender. The medicinal variety, which is heavy on camphor, and then the type that you have, which is they call culinary. Having tasted lavender ice cream, I'm not sure where they get the culinary thing going, but uh,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
pretty wild. I've been out to their farm, and it's amazing to see 100 acres of plants and the amount of
sure.
bees and butterflies hanging around, gathering pollen is pretty amazing. So that's
Breathtaking.
where I learned a lot of this stuff about how to work with those plant materials to make, well, medicines and human and dog medicines, as well as plant uh, IPM type products, materials.
No, I like that. It's inspiring. I'll definitely have to look into that because
There's one that you might want to consider. Rosemary is a powerful, powerful pesticide. In fact, there was a product several years ago called SNS 303 or 202. I don't know. It was Sierra Natural Science. They were charging $180 a gallon, and basically it was extract of rosemary that you could buy for about $8 and do
Yeah,
probably 10 gallons.
yeah, it
Um,
was something 90. It was, yeah, it was a
yeah.
natural insecticide, and it was also supposed to be because it was it went through the plant as well. So they said that,
Oh, yeah, I know. I read their stuff. Well,
yeah,
okay, here's what they did. For the pesticide, they used oil of rosemary,
yeah,
which is just a nice way of saying they crushed it up and put some alcohol on it. Um, and then the other one they used, what was it? Oh,
uh,
thymol, which is the active agent in thyme, or excuse me, it comes from the thyme plant, but it's called thymol. And anyway, that was the first ingredient that was used in Listerine back in the 1880s. So it's been around the human deal for a long time. And so basically, they added Listerine to the water and charged $180 for this jug of crap.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm sure that if you went to one of those cannabis shows, they'd have somebody on the stage with tears coming down their eyes telling you about it changed my life the minute I started using it. Ah. Anyway, so I love
yeah,
reading labels. I mean, you can learn a lot about, so what am I buying here? And that's when the shit hits the fan. What? 98% inert ingredients? That's water.
yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I remember that product a while. It didn't last long on the shelves.
Well,
No,
no. Because it didn't work. But
yeah,
they
yeah,
had a nice story. They had some
yeah,
the stuff they added in soap to make it luxurious. Something
yeah.
lauryl
It claimed
sulfate.
it
Oh
could, yeah, it
yeah,
claimed with white flies, fungus gnats, and
yeah,
aphid.
yeah.
Yeah, yep, I remember. Fucking hey Wes, what you
Yo,
growing on, man? You got your plants coming down or what?
yeah, I got the Coot ones coming down right now. Those will be coming down the next couple days here. I got Chernobyl going in. I got uh Shishka berry times Tahoe
There
OG
you go,
going in.
shishka berry.
And what else do I have in there?
Good Canadian
You
strain.
got the Jack the Ripper, right?
No, yeah, Jack the Ripper as well. One Jack the Ripper.
So
And
they're
I was
going.
wrong. It's a female.
You had them in veg, sir.
They're still in veg. They just got moved over to the flower room a couple days ago.
How do you like the smell off the back cross?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty it's pretty strong. I like it. I like it. It looks like it's gonna be good weed. I'm excited to try it.
And you just took it down or what?
What's that? I haven't taken it down yet. No.
Oh, okay. So I mean, fuck, dude, you got to go through the whole process before you can even really
Yeah.
understand. Hey, Coot, do you recommend any like certain curing techniques? Do you have your particular way with your particular
Yeah,
variety
and
that?
I'm sure it's wrong, but I've been doing it for so long. You can't teach an
Yeah,
old
that's okay.
dog new tricks.
Come on,
So
man.
here it is. So I take it down, I hang it, and then if I'm really ambitious, I take all the fan leaves off. Sometimes I just stick it in a jar, call it a day, and I clean it as they go along. But uh anyway, so I probably like my goal is to do 6 months in glass with regular burping, and I feel I get a smoother product. It's the way I've done it for 40 years, so I'm probably stuck with it. Kind of.
If
It's
it's not broken,
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just I think it goes slow, and I put a lot of effort on the front end, so no need to rush it on the back end. I mean, once you do my soil mix, you're pretty much it's water only. I mean, I do because I like putting barley on it. Some of those giant plants I showed you, he was putting 5 to 10 pounds a week, top dressing with malted barley. Um,
Nice.
I don't know that I would do that, but I admire him for his tenacity. He said, it just keeps growing. The more barley I put on, the bigger it gets. I said, well, there you go. So the science is there. Of course, it will cause microbial collapse. So your plant will die.
Well, yeah, bro. Just got to plan for it. You just gotta map out the time where you're like ready for the collapse, and then right before. Right before.
I think he was referring to his own anal prolapse, but I know.
Oh man, no, that sounds Wes. That sounds fucking great. I look forward to the. I look forward to the Spears of Romulan, bro.
Here's
There's
the
another
problem.
Canadian strain. You guys had it going on, man. I tell you, from about '98 to what 2004 or something like that.
Yeah, we had a good run. We had a good run, and then California opened up, and that was kind of the end.
Well, I think, well, just the social freedom in general. I mean, I think, I think it's, I think it's pretty neat that you can kind of grow freely in Canada, or at least the feeling that I get when you think of Canada. You're like, you can basically grow anywhere, or is that not all it's cracked up to be?
I
You
There's a
remember
cannot
lot
grow
of
cannabis in Quebec and Manitoba.
yeah. What? Manitoba too? That was just Quebec.
Yeah, I think it's Manitoba.
one of the reasons I think that British Columbia may not be growing as much is that Washington had legal or medical, which meant anybody who wanted a card had one. Um, so that obviously slowed down sales, and Oregon had medical as far back as '98, and then when they went full legal on the recreational, as they called it, um, you were allowed to grow. Everybody was allowed to grow without any paperwork whatsoever. So, all I'm saying is there's plenty of weed and probably less demand than there was around '98 for the Canadian stuff that came down. I mean, there were guys, they busted this one guy. He had a team of like 4 or 5 guys. They were bringing it down in kayaks. I mean, from British Columbia down into Seattle. I mean, are you out of your fucking minds? But yeah, I mean, there's some pretty ingenious shit going on. So there's a lot of weed. There was a lot of weed, a lot of the stuff from the guys up there, or claimed to be. Who knows? It was always good though. I mean, always really nice products, and I know a lot of people that grew the Canadian stuff. Um,
Canadian butt hairs.
good stuff. I mean, Godbud was really big. Was a
Yeah.
big thing. Jordan of the Islands. He's still going. Fuck, man, I can't believe
Yeah,
it.
you got like an
Absolutely.
100 of cross with got bad now.
Yeah. So, I mean, they all had good reputations. They weren't, I don't want to put it that way, but some of the people of today aren't as honorable as most of the people were in Canada in the late '90s and early '20s, 2000s. I mean,
Out of all of them, what do you think rings the bell the most? Like the one that you like the most out of the Canadian
well, the
buds?
stuff Vic High worked on, the Romulan, uh, the Space Queen, Killer Queen, the Ortega is, I mean, that's still talked about in hushed voices. I mean, it was really something special. I think it was a Northern Light. I, I could be wrong, but I think it was a Northern Light derivative, something like that. G13, um, California Orange, that ended up there as part of a breeding in some of the breeding programs. So, and I believe I was told at some point, like during that period, that the Ortega was named for somebody in Ortega Highway in California. Again, you hear like a lot of shit, and you go, oh, okay, kind of shrug your shoulders and.
What was so memorable about Ortega? I'm sorry, I'm so naive in those. I don't
Oh,
know
just
about
really
it.
powerful. It's
Okay.
something really strong. Yeah, and good grower. It was wasn't to my liking. It was real Afghani shape structure. I like the sativa stuff better. So it
Now you
probably requires a little bit more skill.
now you
Sativas
got the
because
Coot seeds in Canada that gonna be a staple.
They are. Well, see, the Coot seeds have a story behind them. See, they were stolen by another whose name we will not mention. But and then I got them from Evil, because Evil Deadly had some of his, so he passed some of his on to me, so that was nice of him. So after 2 years, I finally got
I
them.
got some in Australia. I got some I shipped to New Zealand, South Africa, a whole bunch in Florida. Oh, waste. Um, let's see, Midwest, all over the Midwest, Illinois, Indiana, uh, Kentucky, Tennessee, the shitbird that crashed and burned in Arizona. Guy really felt bad too.
Hey Wes, I was thinking maybe with your from nice seeds you could ship me a couple so that I can give it to Bacon.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, spread it around.
Yep.
I don't
Okay.
want, hey, I did, here's what I did. I was,
Found some good weed and crushed it.
we were gonna
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
monetize this
Bacon will
thing.
grow that.
For sure.
Well, let me put it this way: in 23 and 24, I produced and gave away over 5,000 seeds. Um, yeah, and then I sent a whole bunch to Steelbird, and then he did whatever he did. Those
Yeah,
were
that's still bird that have give it to me.
yeah, so that was the Pakalolo, which I did not do. It came from a friend, and it was what you guys would call a haze. It had 6 or 7 sativas, and then they crossed it with mine. And I know you're supposed to put the female name first. Is tradition is how you do it, but I thought the one Pakalolo sounded stupid, so I said, "Well, just call it Pakalolo one." So that's a cross of 6 or 7 sativas, and they were growing
Dude,
that thing in '79.
you
Not the
weren't thinking
same.
of the rapper. You weren't thinking of the rapper Tupac, because you could have come out with your own brand called One Pac.
Yeah,
Just say,
yeah. So, and then mine was, sativa and Kandahar, Afghani. So there's 7 or 8 sativas in it, and a real minor role. Because when I picked that plant out, I went for a sativa dominant plant, even though it was a Kandahar hash plant crossed with a Highland Thai. And I went for the one that had the strongest Thai um, expressions. So that's why it grows. You gotta get pretty handy with tie downs. And because you don't want to top a plant. The end of each branch on a plant has what's called a meristem, and that's the brain for that entire shaft. And it controls the production of terpenes and terpenoids. And so people cut it off because it makes the plant grow more laterally, right? More round. But here's the thing. If you use those plastic ties or however you do it, that's why some people stretch a net over it. If you just bend that branch, it produces the same oxygen that gives you that same growth. Because whenever you top a plant, you lose at least a week of progress because the plant is jolted. You cut off it, so you removed this brain. It's got to create a new brain. And by just bending it, it doesn't lose the stride at all. It just keeps going, and you
Sure.
still get the benefit of restructuring the shape of the plant.
Yeah, I
That's how
had
I
my
get. That's how I get them so big. Is I use these clips. They're called plant trainers. You get them on Amazon. They're cheaper and shit, and they're reusable. And anyway, what it does, it takes a branch, and you got to do it when it's still pliable, right? And it bends it at about, well, not about a 90-degree angle, and the plant doesn't miss anything. It just keeps fucking going, and that's how you get these really nice round, uh, luxurious plants. It
so you
works
don't
really well.
you don't really believe in any of the like the twisting or the popping or the pressing on the stem too hard. You want to have as little stress as possible, but
Absolutely. Because that meristem, especially at the end of that plant, is determining whether you have a defense against herbivore insects, against pathogenic fungi, powdery mildew. What all for what? A shape? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, does it? I got a good
sure,
racehorse, but I want to take the hoofs off and see if I can get it to run just as fast. Oh, okay. Let me know how that works out.
sure. Right. Yeah, no, I hear you, man. No, I like it because like I look at some of the techniques that I've been doing for a while, and then I've heard you say that a few times, and I'm like, yeah, I've like laid my plants down before when the
Honest.
pot and was everything, and just laid
Go
it on
to
its and it grows up
go to
sideways.
Amazon and look for, they're called plant trainers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're done by that 3D injection, not injection molding, but you know what I'm talking about,
I do.
where you can create stuff.
Yeah,
At least that's how I got started. But anyway, once you see one, you'll see how they work. I can't describe it too well, but it's a plastic that has an in and an out. And so you put it in the stem in, and then you turn it to the other side. So now you got a 90-degree angle, and you didn't cut anything off. And the plant's still just, striving and running.
fuck yeah. No, I've seen it. Well, cool. Well, shit, man. I figured I'd hop on just for a little bit before
Yeah, man.
went away.
I think,
Um,
yeah, we probably should call her there. Getting
Yeah,
late.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
getting tired. I'm
Oh, yeah.
exhausted. So
Hey,
Good talking to you guys.
thank you for stopping by, everyone. It was good having you. It's good catching up with everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had you guys on in
Have
the
a good
background.
evening.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Take care.
Honest. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Check it out. Plant trainers.
I will.
Will do.
Yeah, they're
Thanks, man.
cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap. Well, with tariffs, who knows? But they're probably coming out of Macau by way of Hong Kong or something. Yeah. So,
All right.
all right, you guys. Talk to you later.